Los Angeles, your Rams are in the playoffs, and if you missed out on any action this past season, don't make the same mistake. Clinch your spot in the Rams house for 2026. Watch every home game next year with marquee matchups against the Bills, Chiefs, Cowboys, and Packers. In addition, enjoy home playoff ticket access, interest-free monthly payment plans, and stadium event presale access. Visit therams.com/2026. Again, that is therams.com/2026. Don't miss out on any of next year's action and get your Rams season tickets today.
Call Jacob.
All right, LA, are you ready? Introducing your new hotline for accidents and injuries.
800-345-6789. That's not a score. That's the number.
800-345-6789. Your new hotline for accidents and injuries, because when LA gets hurt, there's only one call that counts.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob. 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
Park Party Play. This Wildcard weekend, the playoffs coming live at Hollywood Park Casino. Join Travis Rogers, Sua Cravens, and me, Chris Morales, for the ultimate ESPN LA Rams watch party. The ESPN LA crew will be broadcasting live starting at 11:30 a.m. with the pregame, halftime, and postgame shows right from Hollywood Park Casino this Saturday, January 10th. Cheer on our Rams, soak in the excitement, and win exclusive prizes. Hollywood Park Casino, LA's hottest card room, and the only place to party and play 24/7. Must be 21 or older. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
This new year, get started on your next success with University of Maryland Global Campus. Apply by February 11th and get your application fee waived. An accredited state university, UMGC offers online and hybrid classes, along with more than 135 degrees and certificates in fields like business, cybersecurity, healthcare, and more. Gain the skills you need to achieve your career goals. Get your application fee waived through February 11th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chef.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Previously on the Sedano and Kap morning show.
It's Friday. You ain't got no job. And you ain't got nothing to do.
It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
Yeah, and as somebody who was younger and who was looking out for Big Bro at the time.
But he was young. He wouldn't know not to get married.
Yeah, what the hell would I have known at 21 years old?
He was dropping Miami Heat everywhere.
But that's my point. Don't you see that if he would have said to me, hey, listen, I'm dropping Miami Heat. You should be dropping Miami Heat. Let's go drop Miami Heat together. You know, let's go be Crockett and Tubbs. You know what I mean? Yeah. Turns out there's a Walmart right in my own neighborhood.
Wow. They got it all.
Yeah, it's like a grocery store, too.
I was able to buy a sex toy in a Walmart.
The Sedano and Kap morning show is on the air.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
A little sabor.
Yeah, I don't think people like being called hacks.
You're the widow on the radio.
No. Giant Mexican, horn section. And
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Give me a freaking break.
Why not?
It's a wacky Wednesday.
Yeah, whatever that means.
It's a party game.
No, Lindsay's holding up the box.
I'm kind of a little jealous right now, Clinton, because I really wanted to play this game too.
Oh, is that
we
right?
can wait for you, Cappy, if you really want to.
So
we are running a little low on time, but
I feel like Casey Kasem having to make that transition.
Hey!
When he had to go from
that's one of the classic radio bits. Where it's like, don't go from a slow song into a.
we have
ponderous, man.
Yeah.
Ponderous.
What is this? Ponderous, man. Ponderous.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap morning show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Midnight in the desert. I'm Art Bell.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Bit boy.
Well, you want to woo-woo?
Right now.
Monstrous.
Beto, I don't want to eat that.
We did it, Dad. We did it.
You were riding high on the stinger last time.
Oh, big time. So,
Right, that's right. Of course we were.
So, Mom girls, stay tuned.
Yeah.
7:02 and 40 seconds. Good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show begins on a wacky feel-good football Friday, Jack.
Yeah,
we
you
want
look
to
good.
start here. Well, thank you. I do look good. We
Yeah.
will talk about the fun and frivolity that's happened before the show today. It's been wacky in here.
Oh,
yeah.
Top of the hour integrity, though. We'd like to take this moment to thank and salute one George Sedano's University of Miami. I kind of stumbled there. But the Hurricanes take care of business last night and smack down those Ole Miss Rebels.
No.
Listen,
SmackDown.
come on now.
That was an instant classic. That was
Yeah.
like one of the most cool games. You had 6 lead changes in the game, 4 of them in the fourth quarter, Cappy.
Right.
So we talked about yesterday that this would be arguably the greatest 5-day stretch we've ever seen of football.
Right.
And at least after
Day one.
huge check mark.
We got it.
We have never seen in the playoff era, which includes the 4-team playoff era, so it goes back, a little over a decade.
Mm-hmm.
But we've never seen a game that had 4 lead changes in the fourth quarter. As a matter of fact, according to ESPN Stats and Info, you'd have to go back even beyond into the BCS era to have a game that had this many lead changes. You'd have to go back to like 97 or 98, according to them.
Let's hear the play-by-play, Cappy, from Kesty on ESPN Radio last night.
2nd and goal from the 3. Down 3. Snap to Beck. Looking center of the field, nothing. Surveying has nothing. Now he's going to run for it at the 5, and Beck is into the end zone. Touchdown. 18 seconds to go, and Carson Beck trying to run the Hurricanes back home to Miami for a championship game.
It was an amazing game. I mean, look, if you are just a football fan and you're not a Miami fan and you're not an Ole Miss fan, this was an incredible football game. But if you were like me, where you decided to get emotionally involved and you started to root for one of these two teams, and I told you my whole dilemma yesterday, George, grew up a University of Miami fan. I mentioned 1983 sitting at the top of the Miami Orange Bowl and watching Miami beat Nebraska and taking Howard Schnellenberger off the field on their shoulders. I became a University of Miami Hurricanes fan in that moment. But when Lane Kiffin screwed over his players and left for LSU in the middle of a playoff run, that to me made me an Ole Miss fan. So I was rooting for Ole Miss last night. And to the point, George, how about this? I was rooting for Ole Miss so much, and I loved the game so much, that on the last play, I was calling for a pass interference penalty in the end zone.
Oh,
that's how much I wanted.
Mary. What's wrong with you?
I know, but I wanted the game to go on. I wanted there to be more. I didn't want it to end. It was so good. It was such a great game, and I loved it for both sides. Carson Beck, this kid, what a story, right?
Oh, here we go. Wait. Get the music ready. Here,
Stand by.
I sense a Radio Rinaldi coming.
Carson Beck is quite an interesting story, and I don't even know if he really belongs in a Radio Rinaldi for this reason, because he's a multi-million-dollar college quarterback. But when you look at his resume and you go, this guy was a 2-time national champion at Georgia, but you'll have to remind me, I don't
He
think
was a
that
backup.
he was right. He wasn't the starter on those teams, so he's got a couple of rings from Georgia, and then he's got some honors from when he played at Georgia. But at the end of his career, he's looking for a new spot to play, and that's why we talk a lot about Mendoza at Indiana. We don't talk a lot about Beck at Miami. He's kind of doing something very similar,
Can I fill the gaps for you so you can have a good Radio Rinaldi?
Yeah, please.
You know how yesterday we talked about guys getting pushed out the door?
Mm-hmm.
Carson Beck pushed out the door for Gunnar Stockton.
Mm-hmm.
Carson Beck, in the SEC championship game in his last year at Georgia, has a horrific injury where he ends up having to have Tommy John surgery, basically. He had the surgery Brock Purdy had. And he had to rehab that surgery. There was a question whether he would ever be able to play football again. And then, to add that, when he gets pushed out the door at Georgia in favor of the young man who then led them, right? to success beyond Carson Beck, Gunnar Stockton, the local kid. He gets pushed aside. He then says, oh, you know what? You're going to ask me to sit out or compete or let alone lose my starting job? Well, I'm going to transfer. And there were tons of questions on whether he could actually throw the football. He couldn't actually throw a football, Cappy, until April of this year. Like, that was the first time he was allowed to actually throw a football. And there was some rough times for a guy who, to your point, had been 24-3 as a starter before this season. And he came out there, battled through the injury, much like Brock Purdy, made some noise, hit a rough patch, threw 4 interceptions in a game, most in his career in a game. Miami loses 2, and then yet he then realizes, hey, we got to do whatever we got to do to get into this playoff. He balls out for the last month of the season. And then in the playoff, when people think, oh, this is where he's going to, start to try to improve his draft stock or try to, take it upon himself, let his ego get in the way. Oh, no. He became a game manager and said, hey, running the football is going to let us win. Then we're going to win some football games running the football, and I'll manage the game. He had 2 games coming into this one where he threw for, 105 and like 138 yards.
I know. That's why I was playing him for less yards last night on Prize Picks. Keep going.
And then yesterday, he has a more traditional Carson Beck game. Through the air, on the ground, and the game-winning score with his legs.
Yeah. Beautifully done, by the way, George, because, my point was going to be that we're looking at a kid who had already won 2 national championships, had already been successful. I'm glad you brought up that he was told, because we had this conversation yesterday about teams actually saying to players, you go now. And he was told, hey, we're going to replace you. You better find someplace else to go, and injured when trying to do that. And in 1 year, this wasn't 2 or 3 years in the program. We talked about Dante Moore at Oregon, who, left UCLA and was willing to sit behind Dylan Gabriel at Oregon and wait his turn. Carson Beck, it was, you got 1 year to get this done. And what's so amazing is now that Miami is back in a national championship game in their own home stadium, in their own hometown. So this thing last night was all-timer. And again, I was rooting for Trinidad Chambliss. I love his story of coming from a Division II school and stepping up, but he's the backup, but he gets his chance because of injury. And the next thing you know, he's an NIL star and he's a commercial star. And he played a brilliant game late, too, as well. Again, I didn't have a dog in the fight, per se, even though I was rooting for Ole Miss. But really, my rooting for Ole Miss was about rooting against Lane Kiffin.
Right.
It was a great game last night. And both sides, man, just a great story. Every kid left it out there on the field. And I even love Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis is one of the all-time great Miami Hurricanes. He goes to the Ole Miss locker room after the game to talk to the kid Lacey, the kid who had the 75-yard touchdown run. Yeah, because he could see how emotionally destroyed the kid was. But Ray Lewis, a leader, not of the Ole Miss program, just a football leader, a guy who wants to influence younger folks, him going in there and talking to Lacey about, man, this is where it starts. This isn't where it ends. I just found the whole night, I know this sounds ridiculous. It was freaking beautiful, man. I loved it. I hope we get another one like that tonight. Let's hope.
By the way, you would have FOMO.
Tell me.
So yesterday, after it's all said and done, I went to a bunch of the press conferences and stuff like that. I figured since I was there, and watched some of the stuff. I went to the field and watched some of the celebrations and whatnot, then caught a couple of the press conferences. So then I end up back. I'm staying not too far from the Miami team hotel.
Mm-hmm.
So the SID says, hey, stop by here. It's going to be a bunch of our alums and donors, et cetera, are having an event. Just come by and hang and say hello and hang out for a second. I said, okay, sure, no problem. So it's literally right down the street.
Mm-hmm.
So I went on my way. I dropped off my stuff at the hotel, and then at my hotel, and then just went over real quick just to say hello.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm going over there, your boy Ray Lewis is there.
Okay, I love Ray
hanging
Lewis.
out
Mm-hmm.
with Michael Phelps.
Oh, I love Michael Phelps.
Yeah, they're just chopping it up. Just two goats,
me
just
and Michael
chopping
Phelps.
it up.
Man,
Yeah.
we will burn a big doobie down together, me and Michael Phelps. If that opportunity ever comes, we will burn a big doobie down, and then we'll go eat about 3,000 calories of chocolate chip pancakes.
Oh,
Because that's
dude.
the way Michael Phelps likes to get
Yeah,
down.
when he was a swimmer, he used to consume, what was it, like 7,000 calories a day or something like
That's
that?
right. So I would do that
Anyway,
with him, no problem.
But long story short,
Mm-hmm.
to your point, what an amazing start to the football weekend. Like, you could not have asked for a better start. I actually think tonight's game will be just as good between Oregon and Indiana. And then we've got the NFL weekend, which is going to be freaking insane.
Yeah. And I got to tell you again, don't really have a loyalty to Oregon or to Indiana, but and either one wins, it becomes a great story, right? I mean, Cristobal was the coach at Oregon, left to go home to Miami, so that's a great storyline.
Well,
And then-
you know that he could be, if Miami wins, Mario Cristobal will make history. He'll be the first coach to have won a championship with his alma mater and then lead his alma mater to a championship.
Oh, wow. How about that?
No, in the history of college football, nobody has been able to do that.
How did you not have that, Cappy, as a Radio Rinaldi?
I know, that's a good one. That's a really good one. What year, by the way, George? Are we talking like the Gino Torretta?
89, 91, yes.
Okay, yeah, okay. So he's part of that Gino Torretta. Yeah.
Yeah, he was Craig Erickson.
Okay,
and,
Craig Erickson.
And Gino Torretta, yes.
Yeah. And
Is
then,
that when Big Sills was on the team, Cappy?
No, Big Sills was previous to that. Big
But
Sills was the 87 Fiesta Bowl when
Vinny
when Miami
Testaverde
played
threw
Penn
5
State.
interceptions.
Right,
Yeah.
and that's when Miami landed in Phoenix in the fatigues. Remember?
Right.
That's when all
yeah,
the
if you've seen the
defensive players-
movie, you've definitely at least seen that.
Yeah.
You know that was the
Big
first.
Sills.
Miami was 0-4. 0-4 in the Fiesta Bowl historically, so they exercised that demon.
Yeah. It was just, listen, it was such a great game.
What a
and
great game, though.
It
Oh, my
really was.
God. Cappy, to be in the building, though.
Yeah. I was a little jealous that you were there last night, and I wasn't. I'll be honest with you.
The fourth quarter of that game,
Mm-hmm.
like just to see, and I've learned, the dark arts of being a journalist and or not journalist necessarily, but a media member, where
Mm-hmm.
you're just sitting there, right, and you can just be stoic while everyone around you is chaotic. You know what I'm saying at an event, and it was. I wish I had a camera myself. I mean, I guess I do with a phone, but it's harder to really grasp with a phone, I think, because what I was able to see between the Ole Miss fans going nuts, right, and then the Miami fans, you could feel their nervousness, and then it would flip, right, when Miami would score or was about to score, and the Ole Miss fans were biting their fingernails, you know what I'm saying? And the Miami fans were going bonkers. The back and forth nature of it had the place on complete tilt in a way that I'd never seen, because I mean, I've been to a bunch of big time college games or big time NFL games, but it's rare that you get the split that you get in a game like that. You know what I mean? In regards to the crowd.
Yeah.
So while there was more Ole Miss fans, it wasn't like it was that much more. There was, probably 60-40 if I had to guess, maybe 65-35, but enough where you could hear the both sides angst and joy palpably. And it was just like a cool social experiment to soak all those emotions as that roller coaster of a fourth quarter was happening.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, George, watching it from where I was, which was on a couch, watching it on a television, the producer and director, whoever those two guys or gals are from ESPN, did a great job of saying to me, the home viewer, this is what's going on in this stadium right now. Because they would have the Ole Miss kids, and they're losing their minds. And then they'd go back to those same kids, and they're biting their fingernails off.
Right.
Or they'd have these Miami people, and they're just going crazy. And then they'd come back to these Miami people, and they're covering their faces because they can't stand to watch. So they did a great job on the telecast of expressing to me, the home viewer, this is the emotion of what's going on with the people that are here, that are feeling it, that are a part of it. It was an amazing game, and like I was saying to you before, whatever happens tonight, Oregon goes on. You got the story of Cristobal leaving Oregon to go home. If Indiana wins. You've got this Cinderella story of Indiana over the last 2 years going from the worst program in college football to now making it to the mountaintop. And then, of course, you've got the story that you brought up yesterday, which is Mendoza, the kid from Miami, gets to go home and play against the former hometown team, which I'll take a stab here, but I'm guessing that the reason he was at Cal previous to Indiana is because he probably was not recruited by his hometown team.
Right. When Manny Diaz was the head coach of the University of Miami, Fernando Mendoza wanted to go to the University of Miami, but he only had one offer. It wasn't even Cal. It was Yale, who was his only offer. And Cal got tipped off that there was this kid that was pretty good that they should take a look at, and they brought him in. And he was not the starter right away by any stretch of the imagination. He started like his second year, he started maybe like half the games his second year. And as a matter of fact, we made the joke to Bergman the other day that Dante Moore and Fernando Mendoza, who will probably be 1 and 2 if they go in the draft, played in a game at the Rose Bowl against each other between Cal and UCLA.
And I remember last football season, didn't Mendoza, while playing for Cal at Berkeley was hosting Miami.
And he almost pulled off an upset, right?
Yeah, but as I recall, wasn't Cal up big and Miami stormed back?
Correct.
And then,
yes.
So this is there are a lot of good storylines, whether Oregon wins tonight or Indiana wins. But to your point about 5 straight days of incredible
one more nugget
football.
on Mendoza.
Yeah. Go ahead.
He grew up like 3 blocks away from the University of Miami campus.
Oh, wow.
Like his parents' home is right down the street in Coral Gables, Florida.
Yeah. So for me, you said it, 5 straight days of incredible football. Day one, check the box in a huge way. And somebody said to me yesterday, they're like, why do they play this game on a Friday night? Who's going to be making their point to sit home on a Friday night to watch 2 teams that you got nothing to do with? Listen, if last night didn't get you to say, I wasn't planning on watching Oregon, Indiana, but I am going to be sitting down to watch Oregon, Indiana, that's what I'm going to be doing. I know that's
Watching
what I'll be
Oregon,
doing.
Indiana, yeah.
Yeah. And it's 4:30 in the afternoon local time for us. So let's go, man. That was last night. That was one of the best college football games. And maybe I'm exaggerating, and maybe I'm just caught up in the moment.
Oh, no.
But it was...
I think the reaction I got from people around the country that were like texting. I was in, I'm in all a bunch of these group chats that aren't even like, there's a couple of them that are football related, but even the ones that weren't football related, like I'm in a tennis chat with like a bunch of people who like love tennis. There's like some former pros in there, and even they were watching the game and going bonkers in like a tennis chat. Like that's a perfect example of like so many people were watching this game and or either stumbled into this game late and were just like locked in because it was just fun. Like if you love sports. Yesterday was fun.
Is John McEnroe in your group chat for your tennis?
No, John McEnroe is not in my group chat. But there are a couple of former pros.
Is Mark Philippoussis in it?
No, Mark Philippoussis is not, but you're starting to get closer.
Andre Agassi?
No, not Andre Agassi, I wish.
Pete Sampras?
No,
not Pete Sampras.
If
Michael
Andre
Chang.
Agassi were in my group chat, I would like I'd definitely fan out because he was my favorite tennis player of all time.
How about Michael Chang? Michael Chang in that group chat?
Michael Chang not in the group chat.
Not in the group chat. That's too bad.
But a couple of American tennis players are in the group chat.
Oh, yeah, like who?
I can't tell you.
Why not?
I am not at liberty to say.
You know who's in my tennis group chat? It's a one-on-one group chat, but it's a tennis group chat. You want to know who it is?
Who is it?
I'll tell you who's mine.
How about you tell me on the other side?
All right.
Before we talk about our friends at Sellers Advantage, let me tell you this. Join DeMarco and Sua Cravens live Wednesday. He sucks. Wednesday, January 14th. From
Chris is mad at Sua.
No, I'm going to get in his face tomorrow at HBC. But we got like 9 hours together tomorrow, so we'll make it good. I peeled the Sua picture off of the Keyshawn's cutout now.
Oh, you're
Keyshawn's living free again, yeah.
Yeah, you're that mad at him.
Let me start the liner over again. Join DeMarco and Sua Cravens live. Oh, Sua! Wednesday, January 14th from 3 to 6 p.m. at Sleep Number in Torrance on PCH, Pacific Coast Highway. Maybe Sedano will stop by. You can win tickets to the next Rams game at SoFi. Could be a playoff game or could be a regular season game. Or you could win a signed Matthew Stafford jersey or a Kyron Williams jersey. How about that? And you get to hang out with the Rams Super Bowl champion, DeMarco Farr. Powered by Sleep Number, Sleep Next Level, Perform Next Level. That's Wednesday, January 14th, 3 to 6 p.m., the Sleep Number in Torrance. Meanwhile, Cappy at 7:22 in the morning. Let's talk about our friend Damon Wines, the CEO of Seller's Advantage.
Hey, I want to say to everybody, if you're contemplating selling your home and you're thinking about it, maybe you're not ready to do it today, but you might be thinking to yourself, you know what, by like March or April, I'd like to have my home listed because generally, you get to May and June. Those are really fertile times to sell homes. Why? Because people are trying to get into different school districts. So that's a really good time. So you might be thinking about it right now. So you know what you should do? You should call Seller's Advantage at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, or 888-390-2747. And the reason you should call them if you're thinking about it is because what Damon Lyons does at Seller's Advantage is he comes over to your house, he takes a look around, and then he's going to make you a competitive cash offer, and he's going to buy the house as is. So you know the story. If you're going to sell your house, a real estate agent's going to come over and say, it's going to take 30, 40, 50 grand. We got to paint the walls here. We got to fix the carpet here. We got to move out all your furniture. We got to stage the house. You don't want to deal with any of that nonsense. Seller's Advantage will buy your home as is. You don't have to do any repairs. You don't have to do any staging. You don't have to have people walking through your home with open houses. This is a cash transaction, and it can happen as fast as you want or as quickly or as slowly as you want. So if you wanted to sell your house now, but you didn't want to move out until March or April, we can make that accommodation work for you. And how about a $20,000 advance for moving costs or other expenses? So if you want to sell your home, the fastest, smartest way to do it is with Seller's Advantage. 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, or visit sellersadvantage.com.
7:24. Thank you, Cappy. When we come back, we will preview more of tonight's semifinal game, and we'll start to get into the playoffs. Rams, Panthers tomorrow. It is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show, and I want to talk about Cappy's video feed thus far. We'll talk about that all. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show back in 3 minutes from right now. Something.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Change is in the air at LAX. Los Angeles International Airport's automated people mover trains are rolling soon as part of LAX's ongoing investments in improving your travel journey. The new trains will quickly move guests between all terminals, the new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, and economy parking in 10 minutes or less. Departing every 2 minutes, they'll help approximately 30 million passengers per year. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN. That's lawa.org/ESPN.
For a century, the Genesis Invitational has stood as one of golf's greatest stages, where the game's legends make their mark and history is written.
It's official. The round that will long be remembered. Oh, yes! Ludwig Oberg.
February 19th through 22nd, celebrate 100 years of championship golf. Experience the drama, the tradition, and the moments that define the Genesis Invitational. Get your tickets now at genesisinvitational.com.
ESPN LA fans, elevate your next game night with Gießen Wines from New Zealand. Their Gießen 0% range brings you premium Sauvignon Blanc, Rosé, Pinot Grigio, even Sparkling Brut with 0% alcohol and all the flavor. Crisp, refreshing, award-winning, crafted with the same care as their classic full-strength wines, just without the alcohol. Post-game dinner, weeknight unwind, or hosting the crew, whenever you're pouring, you're never out of the moment. Gießen 0% wines, all in, never out.
We love Mike T.
Let's see here. Good times for mac and cheese. Slip a Wahlburger in there. Cielo for a steak and some vino. Gotta grab a boba from Mosin. Pink coffee for dessert. Yep, that settles it. Can't start my diet until 2027. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo. You want to. The holidays are over. Now it's time to have fun. Get in the car. Head to Morongo. Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Good times.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
Sedano and Kap have taken over Morning Drive on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
All is good. Okay. On the brand new Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Yeah.
Back to the guys.
7:28, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
I just do.
Friday morning. Yeah. Good morning. Wake up, mongrels. Smile. Life's too short to just bitch about everything like Epic Wolf in the YouTube chat.
Buenos dias.
Hey, come on, man.
Why is Epic bitch about everything? Seriously.
Everything. Every single thing. Still at the post, Cappy.
It's his bit.
I think it is his bit.
You know, you may need to get him a "Don't Sweat the Small Stuff" book.
Maybe.
You know?
On this day in 1988, the number one hit, Whitney Houston. I get so emotional. I was getting emotional before the show, I'll tell you.
Why is that?
It's 1,000 degrees in the studio.
Why?
The AC isn't working, like, everywhere.
Did we not pay the bill like the phone bill?
No, because it's working in other rooms, so it's like 60 degrees in the room across the hall. But in here, Jorge's like sweating on top of me, and I'm a big fellow already, as we know. I am glad Jorge's back, though. It's rough without him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stand by. Here he goes. Here he goes. Here he goes.
I get so emotional, Chrissy, every time I sweat on you.
And then before the show, Sedano will give you some insight because you're on the road today.
Yeah.
And Cappy is too, which we didn't know going into it. And
Well, he said yesterday he was going to Mammoth.
Well, we didn't know.
Thank you, George.
We didn't pay attention. But before
He said it on the air, though.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Before the show, his delay was like 2 seconds on the Comrex.
Oh.
And so that means that there would be tons of delay between all of us talking. And we're like, now what are we going to do? Because it's 7 a.m. If Trudell, and if we call Beto or Trudell, it's going to take them an hour and a half just to get here. Sedano's leaving at 9:15. And I was just like, oh, man.
Oh, I would say earlier than 9:15, bro.
All right.
I don't know what traffic's going to be like
I
trying
don't
to
know.
get from where I'm going to get to my hotel.
I don't know.
I would say like 9.
9:14, 9:13.
No, I'd say probably like no YouTube power prize,
Oh.
power picks,
No
power,
YouTube.
power hour.
No,
So
really?
anyway, so then we get him to switch Comrex lines, and with the delay has been fine thus far. But then on video, if you notice, Cappy looks like he's in a bunker in Pakistan.
Yeah. Well, so do I. I mean, look at me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You both got cue cards just in front of you.
But you look like you're in
okay?
a hotel. He looks like he's in a bathroom in Pakistan with a Prize Picks logo behind him.
Hey, listen, I'm in a bunker in Pakistan, but it was critically important that I bring my Prize Picks logo for the monitor behind me. That was the most important piece of equipment that I brought with me here to Pakistan.
It's amazing.
But let me ask you something, Captain. You carry a USB with all these logos in it, I'm assuming, right? You just
Yes,
connect
I have a
yeah.
What do you call those little thingies?
Yeah, the
Flash drive.
Yeah, flash drive.
Yes, flash drive.
But do you have them in a loop, or you can change them, or how do you do it?
So Jorge, let me tell you something. When I was packing up, I was making my list: computer A, computer B, power A, power B, Comrex, power, headphones, microphone, mic stand. I was making a whole list, and then at the very end of the list was flash drive. So I got my flash drive, and every one of these companies that I would want to put up on the screen behind me, I could do it. I could rotate them. I could keep them still like I got them right now. Yeah. I could do it. So I'm trying to make sure that while on the road, I've still got partner integrity, because Prize Picks is a big part of what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done, man. Well done.
All right,
Partner
Cappy,
integrity, Chrissy.
Cappy, do you like this college football playoff shirt I got from the company?
Let me take a look. Let me see what you got. All right, let me hold on a second. We're going to put you back on screen here. Guys in the back are not paying attention. There you go. College football playoff. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, that's a sharp shirt. Listen, George, I was jealous last night because I was watching your social media feed. And after the game, you were down on the field and you were just shooting random videos.
And pictures of
and
of like the famous alum who were there for the winning team.
Right. So, like Michael Irvin, for example, is standing there.
Oh, my God. Do we have Mike? I don't know what Michael Irvin did yesterday, and I know we touted his social media. Lindsay, was it any good?
It was the same. So here, I got like 20 seconds here. It's pretty funny.
That's what I'm talking about. Say what you will. Send me. Boom. Ah.
Doesn't he sound like a rabid animal?
He is so funny.
I
And
love
you know
him.
What? It must kill him, by the way, that because I would say Michael Irvin's probably got to be around 58, 59, like pushing 60, you know?
Yeah.
I'll bet you Michael Irvin would do anything to go out on that field,
play like
in
one
a
snap.
Miami uniform, and just be able to contribute beyond what he does on the sidelines as an emotional leader. Because I'll tell you something right now, George. You look at that kid Malachi Toney from Miami, number 10 last night.
Dude, that kid was 17 when the season started.
Right. Kirk Herbstreit and Chris Fowler, I have a man crush on Chris Fowler. They were telling the story that he reclassified. Which, by the way, that blows my mind. When you reclassify and you move ahead of grade so that you can get to college faster, it's one thing if you skipped 8th grade and you're already 19 and you're a senior in high school. It's another thing when you're like legit 16, 17 years old and you're already that talented that you're ready to play not just on a team like this, but you're like the
best
primary
receiver.
Go-to guy.
Right, yeah.
Because that touchdown run that he made, he went
the
through
little
traffic,
tunnel screen? Oh, my
and then
God,
And he tripped up and he stumbled, but he kept his balance, and then he just exploded through the defense. I mean, that was just a thing of beauty. And when they tell you he's a 17-year-old kid, you and I had this conversation about a kid last year from Alabama. I don't remember his name. But
Brian Williams.
Thank you. He was also 17 and should have been a
Correct.
senior in high school. We're watching the play right now.
Same concept, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just unbelievable, the talent on a 17-year-old kid.
Well, this kid, for those that, someone asked me, who does he project to potentially be, in regards to an NFL comp, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, look, this is a 17, 18-year-old version of this. But the
guess.
guys that I trust, like the NFL scouts that I've talked to, they are like not apples to apples because the body type is different, but the way he plays almost like a human joystick with the ball, they're like Tyreek Hill type skills.
Oh, okay. All right. I always do the comparison of the guy from the same school, or if he's like a white guy wide receiver, I find another white guy wide receiver to compare him to. I was actually thinking like a Devin Hester kind of, scatty.
No, Devin Hester
quick.
was more of like a specialist. Yeah, he was more special teams. Yeah.
But this kid, man, the way he broke through that defense, and again, we just watched the play again on YouTube. That was one of the most incredible runs because, again, he could have just been like, hey, hold on to the ball and get down. But it wasn't enough for him. As a matter of fact,
and if you're watching on YouTube now, like you'll see the play that Cap is talking about. The way he's weaving through the traffic, and then the safety tries to trip him up. He does kind of stumble, but then regains his balance, and just incredible athleticism to be able to pull that off, and not to mention the stakes to your point earlier.
And they have so much trust clearly in this kid. And I mean, again, I'm just watching from way out here, but they have so much trust in this kid that they will try and do anything they can to get that kid the ball in space.
Yeah,
As a matter of fact, remember that
Wildcat.
one play? But remember the one play where Beck throws the ball probably 4 yards behind him? Like it would have been a fumble had the ball, hit the ground. Because they were like, there was an angle to it, a 35-degree angle, if you will. Get him the ball back there and give him time to run. And it worked out perfectly because there was a defender, but they're like, well, he'll make a miss. Yeah. So it was, again, we're still talking about this Miami Ole Miss game last night, and it was incredible.
But you were saying you were watching my social media.
So I was watching your social media, and I thought to myself, if I did the same thing you were doing, I think you guys would all tell me what a creeper I am, because it wasn't like you were taking pictures with people. You were just like showing us what was going on the field.
Well, but I wasn't like walking up to people and just taking a picture of them. I mean, the beauty of a camera phone is you can kind of do it from a distance. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to. You don't have to like walk right up. And by the way, there's a million photographers on the field anyway, taking pictures of everybody on the field at that moment anyway. So it's not like I was doing something that wasn't already being done necessarily.
Well, creepy or not creepy, I loved it because it made me feel like I was right there on the spot. And all the post-game things, because, like, for example, there's
Edgerrin
a point.
James, Andre Johnson were right in the videos and the photos.
But you know, when Mario Cristobal goes onto the stage to accept the Fiesta Bowl championship trophy, and the woman from Verbo is trying to Mario Cristobal's like, "Girl, come on,
Do you like
let's
Verbo?
go."
I like Verbo personally better than Airbnb. I don't know if you've ever used Verbo, but
I'm probably more partial to Airbnb. It's like my default. But I think I've used Verbo. I don't really know. Is there a major difference between the two?
I feel like Verbo, the price seems to be usually a little more competitive, let's call it.
Oh, okay. Well, when the woman from Verbo was about to honor Miami and Mario Cristobal and give him the trophy, Cristobal can be heard saying, hey, look, can we get – who are all these people? Get these freaking people off the stage. Get my players up here. Like he was trying to direct traffic, but your pictures on your social media – were not the things that I was able to see on television. They were the things kind of like from behind the stage and things that were going on. So, you know, George, it's why we all put stuff out on social media. Sometimes it's, hey, look at me and my family. And sometimes like, hey, look at this great food that I'm eating. Or, hey, look at me, I'm cool. But last night it was, hey, here's where I'm at. You're not here, and I'm taking you for the ride. So as your audience member last night, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that, Cappy. That was kind of the goal, was to kind of do a little behind the scenes and, you know, and then get a view of a lot of these, like, you know, retired NFL Hall of Famers, basically, who all happened to be there, whether it was, you know, Edgerrin James, Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, or even a guy like Cam Ward who was there, you know,
yes,
the
I did
former
see
number
that
one
picture.
overall pick.
Yeah.
You know, so there was a lot going on. No pictures of Ray Lewis and Michael Phelps hanging out late. I didn't want to intrude at a private event, but had I seen them in public, I would have.
Cappy would have taken a picture with them at the
Oh,
private
well,
event.
I would have walked up to him and said, yo, guys, let's go. Everybody pose for a picture right now. Let's go. Pose. None of the star quarterbacks I didn't see. I mean, you mentioned Cam Ward, but I'm talking about like the legends.
Well, I know Toretta's been at a game. I don't know if he was at any of these games. Testaverde was at one of the games, I was told. You know, some of those, I think those guys have been like suites and things of that nature.
About like Steve Walsh. Remember Steve Walsh? He was a great quarterback.
I think he's a
for
high
Miami.
school coach now, like a very
really?
good high school coach in Florida now.
You mentioned Craig Erickson, who was a great quarterback for Miami. I mean, the list goes on and on of those guys. You know, from
Jim Kelly.
Right, obviously. So I think was it Kozar who preceded Kelly or Kelly who preceded Kozar?
It was Kelly was the first
for
Schnellenberger,
Kelly,
then it was Kozar,
then
Testaverde,
then
Walsh, Erickson, Toretta.
Yeah.
Yes.
And by
then
the way,
Ken Dorsey, obviously, many years later.
Right, but Toretta is where it kind of ends. Not that Ken Dorsey didn't have a really
he won
good
the
career.
Heisman, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
But Toretta won the Heisman, and Miami won the national championship in 91. So then it's been
10 years go by before they win again. Yeah.
Hey, really quick, can I inject a
Cleveland? This is for you.
3 of those quarterbacks you just named all played for
the Browns at one point. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. Kozar for sure, obviously,
Yeah.
and sending love to Bernie. You know,
Toretta and Dorsey.
Dorsey,
and Vinny Testaverde.
Oh, that's right. Testaverde, too. Well,
So
and Toretta had a cup of coffee, I think, with
Yeah,
the Browns.
you're right.
But Vinny,
Testaverde, Testaverde was there right around the move because he ended up being Browns and then Baltimore.
Yep.
Yes.
Right, but Testaverde, hold on a second. Testaverde played for Belichick.
Yep.
Correct.
Because Belichick was the coach of the Browns, and in I can't believe I know this stuff. In 1994-ish, 93, 94, Cleveland had gone to Pittsburgh to play the Steelers in the divisional round.
Here we go.
Right. And then Testaverde, I want to say, threw a couple of picks, and Pittsburgh won the game.
Right.
The following week, my then San Diego Chargers, they went
that was
to
the Stan
Pittsburgh.
Humphries team.
That was the Stan Humphries team that wound up going to Pittsburgh and got that win over
and
Neil
went to the
O'Donnell.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, and went to the Super Bowl, and then got their asses
And then
handed
got
to them by the Niners.
ham slammed.
Who was
by
the coach?
Niners.
Bobby Ross?
Bobby Ross?
Yes,
Yeah.
Bobby Ross, who was previously the coach at Georgia Tech,
right,
when they were really good and were a national champion, or in the national championship game, rather, 91. And he coached then the Lions after that, if you recall, after the Chargers.
And then did he wind up going back to college? Did he, go to Army for a minute?
He might have. I don't remember that, to be honest with you.
Because I got to tell you guys something right now. I'm just listening to us. We're freaking smart, man. We know our stuff.
Well, you know what? No. You know what it is, Cappy? It's not so much that we're smart. Lindsay is smart because she's younger than us. You and I are just old.
Oh, is that what? Oh, so it's not that we're smart. It's just that we're old and we've been around.
Thank you for the compliment.
Yeah, exactly. Lindsay's smart. She knows the history of her team, which I would say, like, the more you talk to people, a lot of people don't necessarily always know the history of their team. But I would, I
lived it, George.
You did live it, and even when they left, I'm sure you lived it. But nonetheless, Cappy, we've got football all weekend long. Football. And, we can talk about it from my hotel room and your dormitory in Pakistan, according to Chris.
No, it's a bunker. Please, get it right. It's a bunker.
Think you could spot the lie? Listen to Mason and Ireland for Cosm Lie of the Day. Hey, everybody. For your chance to win a pair of Dome tickets to watch the Rams take on the Panthers at Cosm, Los Angeles tomorrow, Saturday. Guess the lie of the day correctly, and you'll experience the game like never before inside Cosm's immersive dome. That's all day today on Mason and Ireland from noon to 3. Meanwhile, let me get his picture. Let's talk about our friends, Jacob and Ronnie, guys.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, man, listen. You get into an accident. It's very simple. The answer is very, very simple. You call Jacob and Ronnie at that new number, 800-345.
6-7.
8-9. And it's Friday, Cappy. L.A., we made it through the first week of 2026. Our favorite personal injury attorney, Jacob and Ronnie, is wishing you a weekend full of fun, wealth, success, and all the good things the New Year's can bring. And as you get ready to go out, hit the road, take your kids to games, parties, or maybe even just relax, I want you to lock in to one thing to keep in mind during 2026, Cappy. And if that is something goes wrong, you get on the freeway, you slip or fall at the grocery store, maybe get rear-ended at the red light.
Bam!
Right? You call the law offices of Jacob and Ronnie, man, because they've been here for you since 1996. That's 30 years, okay, here in L.A. and in Southern California. And they're here for you in 2026 as well with that easy, brand-new number. So remember it. It's 800-345.
6-7.
8-9, Cap.
Now, when you call Jacob, the first call is a free consultation, okay? It's a free case evaluation. There's no pressure. There's no obligation. You tell them what happened. They listen. And their lawyers make sure that they can actually take your case before promising you anything. And remember this, there is no fee unless you win, which means that Jacob and Ronnie takes the risk of fighting your case so you can focus on the important things like healing and getting back to your life.
The law office of Jacob and Ronnie, chosen legal partner of the Los Angeles Rams. The same toughness and fight you see on the field is what Jacob brings when he goes to the
who's on the phone?
It's probably my room service, but yeah. So let's call that number 800-345-67.
He got to go. He got to go get room service.
They're saying to call. It's Jacob and Ronnie on the phone.
Yeah, go to calljacob.com. Call Jacob. Since the 90s, he's been here to protect your future so you can enjoy your now or so you can answer your phone.
7:45. Good morning on a Friday. We will find out what Shitado ordered from room service in 3 minutes from right now. Jack.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
The champion has landed. Lionel Messi's exclusive wine is here, and he chose Mortada Imports, the only place in the U.S. to get it. Stop searching. The 10 GOAT Primitivo Puglia is the bottle every sports fan needs to own. This is your chance to celebrate like a champion. It's history in a bottle. Don't miss this winning opportunity. Pre-sale is happening now. Go to messywine.com. That's messywine.com. Own the legend.
Park Party Play. This Wildcard weekend, the playoffs coming live at Hollywood Park Casino. Join Travis Rogers, Sua Cravens, and me, Chris Morales, for the ultimate ESPN LA Rams watch party. The ESPN LA crew will be broadcasting live starting at 11:30 a.m. with the pregame, halftime, and postgame shows right from Hollywood Park Casino this Saturday, January 10th. Cheer on our Rams, soak in the excitement, and win exclusive prizes. Hollywood Park Casino, LA's hottest card room, and the only place to party and play 24/7. Must be 21 or older. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Bruh. Hello. This is Big Game James Worthy of the Los Angeles Lakers, and I'm here with iSpot Active. Here to let you know that we're going to be at the Fit Expo in Los Angeles on January 10th and January 11th at the LA Convention Center. So come on down, check out iSpot Active, see what our wearable cryo gear is all about. We're going to be raffling off some tickets for some basketball, giving away some autographs, and having a lot of fun. So come on down to the Fit Expo January 10th and 11th. iSpot Active will be there. Hope to see you there.
Hey, Los Angeles, your Rams are in the playoffs, and if you missed out on any action this past season, don't make the same mistake. Clinch your spot in the Rams house for 2026. Watch every home game next year with marquee matchups against the Bills, Chiefs, Cowboys, and Packers. In addition, enjoy home playoff ticket access, interest-free monthly payment plans, and stadium event pre-sale access. Visit therams.com/2026. Again, that is therams.com/2026. Don't miss out on any of next year's action and get your Rams season tickets today.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of Los Angeles is offering buy one, get one 50% off and everyday 0% financing. Some restrictions may apply. See store for details. Offer ends January 31st, 2026.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on.
We are such a bunch of weirdos that work at this radio station. Seriously.
Sedano and Kap have taken over Morning Drive.
Avada Kedavra.
Back to the guys.
7:49. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Weirdo Friday. On this day in 1984, Van Halen released their most successful album, Cappy. 1984 with this song on it, Jump!
Jump. Good song.
That was a great album.
Today is also National Apricot Day. Not peaches.
You like a good apricot?
No, it's apricot. Remember we had this conversation.
We did?
Yes.
Apricot?
Yes, that's how you pronounce it.
I like apricot.
Okay.
Not apricot.
Sometimes you like to split that thing open. Just
Is
go.
that like tomato?
What?
I think I'm also an apricot person.
Apricot?
Apricot, yeah.
But those really have to be in season, right? You can't just buy an apricot or an apricot like in February, right?
I don't
like
really
a summer
buy
fruit.
them. I think I eat them dried.
Really?
Like dried apricots.
I never heard of that.
Oh, really?
Otis the bunny has the dried fruit as a snack.
Yeah.
Like the bags of the dried fruit.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Meanwhile,
George, I'm curious. What are you munching on, man?
Oh, yeah. What was your
Look
delivery
at him go.
breakfast?
Boy, look at him go. He's putting it down.
Just little scrambled eggs and some wheat toast. You know?
Yeah. Company dime?
Oh, yeah.
No. This is a personal trip.
Oh.
Are you going to go to the championship game?
Yeah, I might as well at this point, right?
What were
I'm
you gonna
pretty
be?
sure that
Monday.
one I can finagle the company to figure out a role for me, though.
It's Monday the 19th, so a week from this Monday.
Yeah.
So,
Evan's
like
probably going, or maybe going too. He was talking about it earlier on Sportsmanlike.
The great Evan
Yeah,
Cohen.
I can see them. I can see their whole show being there. I mean, it's on our air.
Let's take our show there.
They should have you do BTS like on the sidelines, like you did last night, for social media.
Yeah. No, I don't think so.
Meanwhile, Rams Panthers tomorrow, Wildcard Saturday. Now, how about this for a Saturday morning? 7 a.m., the Weekend Warrior Show with Dr. Robert Clapper, presented by Cedars-Sinai. 8 o'clock, the Sedano and Kap Saturday special. And it's been a good week of fun and frivolity and great insight. We're already prepared for that for 2 hours. Then at 11:30 a.m., Toyota Rams countdown to kick off with Travis Rogers, Sua Cravens, and myself, Chris Morales. We will be live from Hollywood Park Casino. Join us, HPC Park Party Play, all day long. So if you've ever wanted to watch a game with Travis or Sua or me just annoying you the entire game, join us at HPC for a full day of football. We'll watch the game with you. We'll do the post-game show there live. A lot of reservations already for the Century Bar and Grill, so go to ESPNLA.com. Sign up now. There's right, Greg? There's a buy one appetizer, get one free offer for everybody.
There is.
And I am going to pick a table where I cover everything for you.
Oh,
randomly,
wow.
I'm picking one table of fans where I'm going to say, you know what, sucker? It's on me. Up to a certain level. I'm not.
Yeah, I was going to ask you now, like, are you going to survey the room and go, hey, that group of people over there, they're drinking. I don't want to pay for that. But this group of people over here, they're having Arnold Palmer's and they're having burgers. I'll pick that one up. Are you looking for people who aren't drinking?
I don't know. I'll tell you more later on in the show, and I want to talk about it at 8 o'clock. The mongrel of the morning I actually ran into in the bathroom this morning before the show began. I'll tell you that at 8 o'clock. But now let's talk Rams-Panthers tomorrow, Cappy.
You ran into an actual mongrel in the morning in the bathroom at our office?
I did.
That makes me think I know who the mongrel may be.
8 o'clock, I'll tell you.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Very good. Well, I am getting ready, George. You mentioned yesterday 5 straight days of incredible football. It all started last night, obviously. We saw Miami and Ole Miss in an all-time instant classic. Hopefully we get the same thing tonight out of Oregon and Indiana. But then tomorrow, 1:30 in the afternoon, we got kickoff between the Rams and the Panthers. And the Rams are 10.5-point favorites in this game. And I went back and I watched.
It's a big number, man.
It is a big number. And I went back and I watched the Rams-Panthers game from Week 13.
Okay, good for you, Cappy.
Yeah, thanks. Here's what I'll tell you. Appreciate
How was Rachel feeling about you watching back an old game?
This was happening on, I want to say, Tuesday night I was watching this.
Oh,
so I think I had the Lakers game on, and I was watching the game back on my computer.
Got it.
But here are some of the things that I remember about that game that I didn't necessarily remember.
By the way, I'm surprised we didn't play back Billy Mack shouting you out while I was sitting next to him at the Spurs game the other day.
Yeah, let me call a timeout on my Rams-Panthers rant here for a second. You sent me a video of you sitting
in our group
courtside.
chat.
Yes, this was the game in New Orleans.
No, the game in San Antonio.
Oh, it was San Antonio. And you sent a video, and you're sitting right next to Billy Mack and Stu Lance and the crew.
So I'm right. We're all seated in the second row at the scorer's table. They were doing their broadcast. I was doing mine, and their stats guy was in between us. And during one of the timeouts, Billy says to me, "Hey, man, we start, hey, man, we start chit-chatting." And, Billy Mack is like the mensch of menches, right?
Legend.
Like he's
Legend.
And also, not to mention, one of the nicest human beings there is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, we start chit-chatting, and he's like, "By the way, man, tell Cappy I say hello." And I said, "Oh, man, I will, for sure." And I said, "Actually, Billy, you could tell him hello." And then that's when I turned on the camera and the video.
That was very sweet of you. I loved it. It made me feel like I was right there with you guys.
Right.
It was great. But
all right, now back to the Rams. Yeah.
Okay, Rams-Panthers. So this is Week 13. The Rams are like 9-2, I want to say at the time, and the Panthers, I think, were like 7-6 or 6-7.
6-7.
Right,
yeah,
right.
I believe it was 6-7.
Yeah, they were right in that neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
So when I went back, I kind of forgot that really Carolina had a very big day on the ground. They had 2 running backs, Chuba Hubbard, who 83 yards on the ground and averaged almost 5 yards per carry. And then their backup running back, number 5, Dowdle, had 58 yards on the ground. And they did what the Rams usually do to everybody, which is they distributed the ball between their running backs evenly. Hubbard had 17 carries, Dowdle had 18. That's a lot of running plays. And then when you have Bryce Young, who had 5 carries of himself, they had 40 runs in that game. And Hubbard obviously scored a big touchdown early in that game. Everything went right for the Panthers that day, George.
Yes,
You remember the stat going into that game that Matthew Stafford had thrown 28 straight touchdowns without an interception. And I think the number was it had been 10 weeks since Matthew Stafford threw an interception. Right. Well, going into the end zone, so the Rams are on like the 10-yard line and they're going in. They're about to score a touchdown. Stafford throws a ball. It gets hit by a defensive lineman. The ball bounces up into the air, and it gets picked off in the end zone. So that's 7 points that the Rams don't get on that possession. Later in the first half, Stafford throws a ball to the flat. It gets jumped, picked, and it's a pick 6. And so now you've thrown 2 interceptions in the first half, one going in for a score, 7 points, one that turned into a pick 6, 7 points. That's a 14-point swing. Do you understand what I'm saying here?
I do know what you're saying.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I want to make sure. It's a 14-point swing,
Yes.
Then in the second half, the Rams ran the ball very effectively.
Right.
Blake Corum and Kyron Williams together combined for over 150 yards rushing.
Correct.
So things looked like they were going well for the Rams until, of course, there's about 2 minutes and change to go. The Rams are driving for what's supposed to be the game-winning score, and you got a problem on this offensive line where Carolina was able to get to Stafford, strip it, sack him, recover it, 2 minutes and change to go, and the game is really over because they've got it on ice at that point. In that game, Carolina went 4 for 4 on fourth down conversions.
Right.
And
by the way, a
those
couple of those went for touchdowns, right?
2 for touchdowns.
Yeah.
So some strange things happened in that game.
Yeah.
Here's what I would say. The
Well,
Rams,
and I would add that of all those turnovers the Rams had, remember, they had a fumble strip sack in the final 3 minutes of the game. Like, they still had a chance to win the game despite all those things, all those fourth downs, all the previous turnovers, and then the strip sack ended up happening in the last 3 minutes.
Right. And that's when Carolina was able to sit on the ball and ice the game. Right. Bryce Young, who is, coming of age, had a good game. He was 15
local
of
kid,
20.
Lindsay.
Yeah, local guy.
Was he born here, though?
Yes, was born.
Okay.
Yeah. 15 of 20, 206 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Let me just say this. The Rams defense, which has not been at its best for the last few weeks, they better get it together.
Yeah.
The secondary, getting Quentin Lake back, that should help significantly.
Huge. Yeah.
But that secondary better get it together, and that front seven needs to put pressure on Young, and they need to shut down this running game. Now, those sound like obvious things, but those were the things that killed them last time, is that they were running the ball so effectively that it made life somewhat easier for Bryce Young to have that kind of completion percentage. So,
go ahead, finish up, because I want to give you some historical context here.
The obvious part is this. You can't turn the ball over on the road in the postseason, so that's the offensive side.
No question.
And on the defensive side, you cannot give up explosive plays like they did in the first meeting. That's it. It's simple.
So
football sometimes can be simple.
See that? Tell him, Kirk.
Historically, I believe this game, despite all the things you pointed out, historically, and look, these trends don't mean anything game to game because, these are isolated incidents. However, when there are trends historically in these scenarios, I think people start to pay a little closer attention. Doesn't mean it's going to end up happening that way, but if it does, people will point to this historical trend, okay? So the Panthers come into this game with an 8-9 record. You pointed out how they backed in, et cetera, et cetera. They had a negative 69-point differential.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Still, of the 4 losing teams to make the playoffs before the Panthers, 2 actually won their wild card matchup, Cappy.
Okay, I'm thinking back to who that might have been. I remember the St. Louis Rams were 8-9 one year. They made the playoffs.
The one was the famous Beastquake game. Remember? Seahawks beating the Saints, 2010. And the other was the Panthers beating the Cardinals in 2014. So it's just, again, history says this game will be close. Closer than the number that's put out there at the moment.
Yeah.
Now, how much closer? At 10.5, who knows? Maybe it's 10, maybe it's 7, maybe it's 6, maybe it's 5, 4, whatever. But history says this game, even with a team that's 8-9, can be close.
8-9.
So, yeah, a team with a losing record because that Seattle team was 7-9, if you recall.
Yeah, I mean, I think Carolina, you talk about the phrase playing with house money. You're an 8-9 football team. You lose your last game of the season. Yeah. You get in because some other bottom feeders, got you in, essentially. Yeah. But you get to play at home. Right. And so you got nothing to lose. You're not expected to do anything this year. This is a growing year. And you just let it fly.
At this point.
And the pressure is all on the Rams.
Correct. 100% agree. So hopefully the Rams pull it out and your story unfolds. Their revenge tour unfolds the proper way. Now, Cappy, let's talk prize picks because there's plenty of prize picks to play. I don't know if you played any prize picks yesterday with the Ole Miss Miami game in the Fiesta Bowl or if you'll do anything tonight with the Peach Bowl with Oregon and Indiana. But obviously there's a lot of NFL football this weekend in the greatest 5-day stretch of football in football history. But if you want to play prize picks, download the Prize Picks app. Use the promo code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. Your first $5 lineup gets you a $50 lineup bonus. It's very simple to play Prize Picks. It's more, it's less. There's a stat projection for every player in every sport imaginable. You bundle a couple together, you can win cold, hard cash.
Hey, good news for everybody. I've been giving you my prize picks every day, and I've been so utterly ice cold that I told you just don't play my picks. In fact, I'm going to play your picks because my picks suck. However, George, I do have a professional handicapper who yesterday gave me 2 plays. I will give them out later in today's show. I'm not going to give them out right now. But this guy's very good, and he wins at a much higher percentage than I do, to be sure. So I'm going to give out my prize picks for the weekend coming up later. But keep in mind, these are not mine. These are from a professional handicapper. So hopefully this weekend we can all win together. So here's what you need to do. Download the Prize Picks app.
So go ahead. Tell us real quick because I want to ask you one more question about that. But go ahead.
Download the Prize Picks app. Use the code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. Make your first $5 lineup. Get $50 in lineups thereafter. Make sure you're following me so you don't follow my picks. I'll follow you right back. And also, think about that early payout. Don't get greedy. Think about that early payout on Prize Picks.
Prize Picks, it's good to be right. So the Italian Stallion is in your head so much that you've hired a ringer?
Yeah, that's kind of what it sounds like.
It's gotten to the point where the Italian Stallion, Chris's uncle, said, why is Cappy the endorser of Prize Picks when he sucks at Prize Picks? And for weeks...
No, his point, by the way, just to clarify, his only point was you do the read in which you're like, yeah, I bet $20, and then you make it sound like, yeah, and I won 5, or whatever you say. That was his only point. Not that you shouldn't be endorsing. It just sounds like you don't win that much because you seem to lose a lot.
I was on such a hot streak on Prize Picks that I was sticking it in the Italian Stallion's face. But you know what?
And then karma came back to bite you in the ass.
And the Stallion, he just
By the way, the
beat me
Stallion
down.
got his Christmas gift delivered yesterday.
Stallion is kicking you in the teeth right now.
Yeah,
that brand new Peloton treadmill.
Come on.
Nice. Good for the Stallion.
Oh, my.
So, listen, we got to go because we have picks against the spread coming up next.
Are we going to do it?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm ready.
Okay. It is 8:04 in the morning at 710 ESPN, KSPN Los Angeles.
Hello.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Are we
You know
picking
what,
the
Jorge?
Buffalo
I'm going to
game?
throw a pen at you. I was so excited that you're back.
No,
Sweater
you're
on,
out of
Jorge.
sync. He's right. Let's
Because
go.
yesterday I said I miss you.
You have to finish it, man.
So I had to
I
do
miss
it.
you too.
Jorge.
I miss you too.
Wait, are we picking the Buffalo game?
I don't know.
We are, actually.
Everybody smile, mongrels. We're back in 4 minutes from right now on a Friday on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
When it's game time, every play counts. So when it's time to choose your next vehicle, make the winning play at George Chevrolet. From the powerful work-ready Silverado to the family-sized Traverse and all-electric standouts like Blazer and Equinox EV, George Chevrolet has an incredible selection and a championship-caliber team ready to help you get the perfect Chevy at the best price. Visit them off the 91 Freeway, Lakewood Exit in Bellflower, or shop online at GeorgeChevy.com. That's GeorgeChevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Call Jacob. And there it is, LA, the new number that's changing the game. 800-345-6789.
From courtside to curbside, when accidents happen, Jacob's the one you call.
With nearly 3 decades of experience, Jacob has the reputation to get you the compensation you deserve.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
Dog. For a century, the Genesis Invitational has stood as one of golf's greatest stages, where the game's legends make their mark and history is written.
It's official. The round that will long be remembered. Oh, yes! Ludwig Oberg.
February 19th through 22nd, celebrate 100 years of championship golf. Experience the drama, the tradition, and the moments that define the Genesis Invitational. Get your tickets now at genesisinvitational.com.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Park Party Play. Join Travis Rogers, Sua, and me, Chris Morales, for the ultimate ESPN LA Rams watch party during Wildcard weekend. We're live from Hollywood Park Casino this Saturday at 11:30 a.m. for pregame, halftime, and postgame coverage. Cheer on the Rams and win exclusive prizes. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Rich Eisen here. Hiring for your small business can feel like a full-time job, but LinkedIn Jobs AI Assistant takes the heavy lifting out of it. It filters applicants based on the criteria you set and suggests 25 great fit candidates daily, so you can invite them to apply and keep things moving. Hire right the first time. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/Eisen. Then promote it to use LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant, making it easier and faster to find top candidates. That's linkedin.com/Eisen to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. Then promote it to use LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant, making it easier and faster to find top candidates. That's linkedin.com/Eisen to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply.
With Progressive Customer Service, there are lots of ways to connect with us, so you never have to miss a second of your favorite sport. Because you'd much rather watch a ball go through a net 124 times in 48 minutes when you don't really have to pay attention until the last two, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the metal circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show, presented by Call Jacob and Jacob Emrani.
The new phone number, 800-345-6789.
My guy, your guy, Cappy's guy, the great Jacob Emrani. 800-345-6789.
With a new phone number, 800-345-6789.
8:09 on a Friday. Good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Wake up, mongrels. Happy birthday. He turns 53 today. Sean Paul.
Can I just say one thing real quick before we talk about Sean Paul, who I do love, by the way?
Go ahead.
The one challenge, Chris, Cappy, Lindsay, Jorge, and Bergman, about the road is the freaking time zones. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, like today, in Arizona, I'm an hour ahead of you guys.
Oh.
So they don't change the clock here. So it's like I'm always doing math in my head wherever the hell I'm at. Like, oh, what time is this comparatively speaking, the show and my flight and this and that. The other. I will say this though, my body is so trained right now to do this show, no matter what time zone I'm in. So I set right now, because I've been traveling to so many time zones. I turned off my alarm and I set it every night. But the iPhone has this feature where if you reset your phone, like alarm, I have like a set, the dedicated alarm.
Right.
You have to like hit one of those buttons that toggles back and forth. If not, it doesn't stick. And I woke up today probably an hour and a half before I needed to wake up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I looked and I'm like, oh, I got time to sleep, so I'm going to go back to sleep. So then, but I fell asleep with the TV on last night, which rarely happens.
Oh, that's a no good.
No.
Set the sleep timer.
No, wait.
What's wrong with that?
Bad for your REM sleep.
No, it's fine. It's fine. But it worked out perfectly because all of a sudden, like Pavlov and his dogs, I hear the tease to first take, okay, in my dream. And I go, wait a second. If that music is playing, that means the show is going to start soon. And because they do a tease on Get Up like 10 minutes or so before first take starts. And I was like, oh, my God. So I jump up and I look and I'm like, oh, man, the show's going to start in like 10 or 12 minutes. So I look and the alarm had not been set. The time was set, but the toggle was not in the right way. So like Pavlov's dog, thank you, Stephen A. and the First Take crew for being able to just mentally snap me into like, hey, let's go. Time for the show. Gotta get up.
Beautiful.
So, but yeah, that is the biggest challenge right now. And I can leave. I think I'm trying to do the math still, but I'm pretty sure I can stick around for at least 10 minutes or so, or 15 minutes of the Prize Picks Power Hour.
Okay, very good. Well, that's going to be fun because we're going to have the big CY stopping by, Clinton Yates for the first time in 2026, and the return of Sam Boney.
There
talking
you go,
some Kings
Sam Boney,
hockey.
as we get ready for Kings Night on Monday. Now, Greg Bergman is with our AC team. Is working on that. So I'm going to pause here before we do picks.
Oh, yeah. Where
is
I was wondering where Berg was.
Yeah, Bergie seems like he's busy today.
So just give us one moment because I'm going to talk about the Mongrel of the Morning presented by our friends at Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. So, Rachel, by the way, did you bring the Walmart item to Mammoth?
Whoa.
Cappy.
Well, that
careful, the
intimates,
kids are listening. Quack, quack.
That intimates that it was for her.
Either way, if it's for you or her. Did he go on the road?
Maybe it was a gift for somebody else. You know, my mom was visiting.
Come on, man. You know I'm gonna line those two audio pieces up into something. Come on. So before the show, we had a lot of stuff going on. Cappy's Comrex had like a 2-second delay.
Why would you do that to me on the radio?
Your father's enough for me. I don't need a toy.
Oh, come on. See, that was not necessary.
And that's how the clip ends right there.
Charlie having a wry smile somewhere. Yes.
Yeah, he sure is, George.
Anyway, so the Cappy Comrex had this monstrous delay. Monstrous. The heat was 1,000 degrees. The Werther's Original bag split open. There were Werther's Originals everywhere.
Right.
Because Lindsay's also addicted to them now, so she's been eating them all morning. And I was in a bad mood heading to the bathroom before the show.
Yeah.
I had to tinkle. So I walk in the bathroom, and then another gentleman walks in who I've never seen before, and he appears to be in an outfit like he's, construction worker or something.
Right.
And I go, hey, man, what's up? I didn't know who he was. Hey, man. And then he goes, hey, you going to give Sedano crap today? And I go, absolutely. I think he's in Miami, or he's excited about Miami. And I thought this guy was about to shank me. Like, I got one
in the bathroom.
One of the mongrels got into the building, and this is it. He's going to take me out Sons of Anarchy jail style. Yeah, exactly.
Not the ants.
Not the fire ants. Just shank me right there, and I'm going to bleed out. And then he goes, no, I'm a huge fan of what you guys do. I wake up every day. You guys make me smile. Thank you so much. I said, hey, man, what's your name? And then he says, Felix. And I go, Felix, that's my favorite word because of the big cat at Felix Chevrolet. Felix Alcala from Los Angeles. Thank you for making me smile this morning. Thank you for being a P1 and a mongrel of the morning. He was here working on the AC, not for us, but for the Wolfgang Puck VIP area. Yeah. So I think maybe their AC had some issues, so ours did. But anyway, shouts out to our mongrel of the morning today, Felix.
Don't you think?
Great listener.
It would be a good idea to go find that brother?
Well, no, now they probably are going to get that brother to come in here and work on it. But see, I don't believe anything ever happens. Just everything happens for a reason in life.
Sure, of
and
course.
I made a commitment, and we'll read the Don't Sweat the Small Stuff calendar later on today. But he made me not sweat the small stuff, made me smile, and we came in here at a good first hour of the show. Now,
you guys tinkled together.
We did. No, he was scraping. He was scraping.
Oh, he scraped.
He was
scraped.
Wow.
Oh, really? Used our bathroom for scraping, really?
Snitching on him.
Outsider scrapers.
It is time for the first playoff edition of Picks Against the Spread. Hit the music, Jorge Briones. And we head to our Picks Against the Spread update desk. And producer Lindsay Baseball for Wildcard Weekend.
A new season, Cappy. A new season. You won the regular season. Can you do the double dip and win the playoff?
I feel like my regular season victory went with not very much fanfare. I mean, let's face it.
Well, the reason was because of you.
Listen, I'm the Denver Broncos of the regular season. I'm the Seattle Seahawks. I'm the number 1 seed. I get a first-round bye. I won the regular season. Just wanted to put that out there.
Right,
so how
but
are
the
we
problem
doing?
was there was no fanfare because we asked you, do you want to keep going, do you not? And instead of just being definitive, you were you, and you were like, well, I don't know, what do you guys think? And then we all started talking about it, and then I'm like, do you really just not want to take the victory? And then you're like, yeah, all right, I'll take it.
All right, I'll take that win. I will take that dub.
And so we never got to celebrate it because you wanted us to deliberate about
I'm
it.
taking that dub. I'm like, Jameis Winston, I'm sucking on my finger. Take that dub.
Oh, my God.
Knick-knack, this, that, paddywhack, give a dog a bone.
I give a dog a bone.
So what are we doing for the point stuff?
So now what we're do is every week we will have more points. Every game will, every week will be worth more points, even though there'll be less games. Now this week is actually the reverse. We'll have 6 games, so it's easy to have more points. but like every week we're gonna discuss the point structure. So normally what we do is we pick 5 games against the spread. The game we're most confident in, we assign a 5 to it. The game we're least confident in, we assign a 1. But the point structure for each game will be different moving forward here in the postseason, so that every week there's a larger and larger number necessarily. But this week is easy because there's 6 games, so we're just basically doing 6-1 in this week.
All right.
Oh, my goodness.
We go to our picks against the spread wild card weekend update desk. And producer Lindsay Baseball.
So we're going to start.
That's funny.
That was a lot.
Still a funny drop.
Yeah, that was a lot easier than I anticipated. I had that meme in my head where the guys like got all the different numbers, like what is going on here. But it's
no, I'll just tell you the
nice
numbers
and
and we'll assign them. It's
all
easy.
right. Okay. So we're going to start with you want to start with the Packers at Bears. Packers -1.5 at the Bears once again. Let's see, Cappy, since you're the winner, how about you go first?
Well, I like the Bears in this game. You know, these two teams, division rivals, obviously, split during the season. In Game 1 in Green Bay, Caleb had a chance to win it late, threw a pick in the end zone, but it was desperation time. I'm taking the home team here. I'll take the Bears as the home dog. I'm not particularly confident. I'll give it my 3.
All right, Christopher, how about you?
I will take the Bears as well. My boy Caleb Williams, proud USC quarterback. I will take the Bears, and that's my 3.
Briones?
Give me the Packers at 3.
Oh, you're going with the cheeseheads, huh, Berg?
Love.
I think this is going to be a really close game. I'm not confident at all either way. It's basically a pick 'em at 1.5. I'm going to go Packers, and that's my 1.
All right. I'm going to go Packers as well. That's going to be my 2. And Sedano, who are you picking?
I'm going to go with the Packers as well. And I think this is a game's a complete toss-up. But I think that I think the spread on at least 4 of these games are basically a toss-up.
Yep.
So I'm going to go with Packers. That's my 3.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the next game we're going to do same spread here. We got Bills -1.5 at the Jaguars. Or how do you say it again, Jorge?
The Jaguars.
I thought he had a fun name for that, but
Oh,
that was
no.
actually
That
Tampa
was
Bay.
not fun. That was not fun at all.
That's the other Florida team, the Tampa Bay
Jaguars.
Buccaneers.
Jaguars.
All right, so
Juárez, sí.
I'm going to go with the Bills because I feel like the Bills are headed to the AFC Championship game. I'm going to take the Bills, and that's my 4. Bert, how about you?
Again, this game is such a toss-up. Home dog for the Jags. I got to pick one.
He's a dog.
I'm going to take, because it feels like a pick 'em, I'm going to take the Jags, but only as a 2.
All right, Briones.
Give me the Bills as my 2.
Christopher, Arthur Morales.
Are we ready? I got to make up points on Cappy to take him
What do you
down.
mean make a point to?
There's no points yet.
I thought it gets added to
slate,
the,
pal.
to the
No,
bottom.
no.
We just talked about this.
Oh.
We talked about this all yesterday and just now.
We're starting
Come on, bro.
over.
Well, guess
Come on,
what?
bro.
You know what I feel about Josh Allen and the Bills. Why not start now? I'll take the Jags, and that is my 5.
Oh, wow.
Big number. For a tough
Okay.
game.
I'm going to put it all over you, Cappy.
Whoa.
Wow.
Phrasing.
Well, maybe you will.
Oh, phrasing.
Cappy.
Double phrasing.
What happened?
Cappy, you go.
Thank you,
Or
Doc.
maybe you won't. How about this? You ready? I'll throw you one better. I also like the Jaguars in this game. As a matter of fact, yeah. As a matter of fact, the reason I like the Jags in this game is because when you look at the health of the Buffalo defense versus the health of the
It's
Jacksonville
a
offense,
disaster.
Buffalo's got a lot of problems. I like Jacksonville as a home dog. I'll take the Jags as well, and I'll meet you at 5.
You
How
know
about
what?
that, tough guy?
You're
You know
2
what?
for 2. You're the same both sides.
That's
There
both
you go.
games.
That's right. We're either going down together or we're going up
I'm
together.
going to beat you over the head with that Walmart thing.
Yeah.
Which
All
Walmart
right.
thing?
Well,
that thing. Oh.
I am
when was
also
the
going to
last
go
time
Jags.
you guys were all in a Walmart?
I'm also going to go Jags, and that's my 4.
Come on!
Sorry.
All right, the next one is Briones' 49ers
Oh, we know where Browns is going.
at the Eagles.
Let me hear you all say ELGSES Eagles.
Now
Let's
remember,
go, Birds!
remember, do we
go,
want a
Birds.
Niners win? Because that could create a SoFi home game next week.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
I I'm rooting for the 49ers for Jorge, but I'm going to pick the Eagles. It's 49ers at Eagles, -5.5. I'm picking Philly, and that's going to be my we have an extra number here.
Right,
2.
6 is the highest.
Two.
Yes.
2. I already picked a 2.
You already picked 2.
3.
Yeah.
It's my 3. Sorry.
Okay.
Got an extra number. It's got me all messed up. Berg.
This is tough. 5.5. The Eagles have not been playing great, especially offensively, and the 49ers defense is very, very good. They're going to keep it close. I don't think the Niners win, but I do think they cover. So I'm going to go with the Niners, and that's my 3.
Jorge?
Niners are my 6, and then Graham seems nervous about this game, so I'm even more confident. So Niners are my 6.
Ooh.
You say Graham?
Graham
Metzer. He's a Philly boy.
Eagles, yeah, and so DeAndre. So.
They've been sporting their Eagles gear pretty much all week.
Here we go.
George, what do you got?
I think the Eagles roll. Eagles are my 5.
Cappy?
I also like Philadelphia. I think Philadelphia wins this game. And by the way, Chris, you're right. We want San Francisco to win for the possibility of a Rams home game. But on the other hand, I want Philly to win because, remember, I've got them hosting the NFC Championship game on the Redemption Tour. I'll take Philadelphia to cover the 5.5, and that is my 2.
Magnificent!
Christopher?
Philly's going to win, but Niners are going to cover. That's my 1.
I don't know about that.
All right, so the next one is Cappy's San Diego of, what do you call them again?
Chargers,
San Diego Chargers of Costa Mesa.
Of Costa Mesa.
Of Costa Mesa.
Right.
Chargers at the Patriots, -3.5. I'm going to go with the Chargers, and that's going to be my 5.
Whoa.
Right,
Ooh,
how about
that's
you?
A lot on that one. I'm going a lot on that game as well, but I don't trust the Chargers in the slightest. I like the Pats. I like the Pats at home. I like them to cover. I'm going to go Pats, and that's my 4.
Heart, guts, grit.
Briones?
Yeah, I'm with Berg on this one. I want the Pats at my 4.
Christopher?
Well, Cappy's going to take the Pats.
Right.
You know
I feel
that.
jolly right now.
So do I.
You can't play against people in this game, Chris.
So that
You
is
just got
why
to go with what you want.
I'm going to
And
take
let
the
chips
Pats.
fall.
Hold on. I'm going to take the Pats as well. That's my 6, Cappy.
Wow.
Kick 'em in the shit.
6?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
putting it all over you, Cappy.
Switcheroo.
George? Who you got?
I think the Chargers keep it within the number. It's 3.5, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think the Chargers keep it within the number. I'm going to go with that, but it could certainly be a Patriots victory that's larger than that. But I do think I have some level of confidence in the Chargers, so I'm going to go Chargers, but only my 2.
The kind of hit that would have killed a lesser man.
All right, Cappy, let me guess. You got Patriots as your 6?
Well, yeah, you don't have to ask me. Well, no. So, Lindsay, I was going to take the Patriots as my 6 until Morales took the Patriots as his 6. Now that
can't.
Morales has the Patriots as his 6, I know that the Chargers will keep this game close. I didn't think they would until Morales took the Patriots with a 6.
Right.
I'll take the Patriots, and that's my 2.
Ooh, okay, so we got a little bit of difference between you guys finally. Okay.
That actually doesn't really work so well for me, does it? Because, well, no, it does. It keeps,
you're
it
an
keeps my
idiot.
6
Well,
open.
you're an
No,
idiot.
no.
You still have your 6.
I
It
backed
keeps
you
my
into the
6
corner.
open.
I
It
backed
keeps
you
my
in the
6
corner.
open.
I backed you in.
Keeps my 6 open.
Are you going to use the 6 on the Rams?
You're damn right I am, girl.
Okay, well, let's do that one last. Well, I mean, no, because that'll be the only one that's left. So we'll do the Rams next. So, Cappy, you got 6, and are you picking the Rams?
Okay, we're going
I'm
Rams.
guessing. Rams?
I will take the Rams.
Okay.
To cover the 10.5. I know it sounds ridiculous. Cross-country trip against a team that they lost to. I've documented for you earlier how everything went right for Carolina that day, and so many things went wrong for the Rams that day. But I think the Rams are focused. I think the Rams are ready. I think the Rams are getting healthier. And I'm saying Rams, my 6. Take that, Morales.
Christopher, do you like to counter?
So here's the thing. I want to take the Panthers because of the points. But producer Emily gave me some wisdom this week, producer Emily from the Mason Iowan program. She said if the Panthers cover, they win. And that is stuck with me.
Oh, that's a good point.
So I will take the Rams, and that's my 2.
Oh, you see, this is where I win. Or actually,
No.
You guys still have
what?
the same thing. You guys are actually completely even again.
I know that sucks.
I'm
really
going to choke you with the thing from Walmart.
Or we're both going down.
Wait, I don't
we're both
understand
going
her
down
logic.
big time.
What do you mean? What did she say?
She basically said if the Panthers were to cover, meaning within the 10.5, they're going to win. So her point being
I
that
don't
the
agree
Rams
with that.
blow them.
Why would that be the case?
Her point is that the Rams need to blow them out. If it's a close game, the Panthers win.
Yeah,
that was her point.
She's basically saying if they win, they're going to blow them out. If it's close, they're going to lose.
Oh, no, I don't buy that for a second. I just think playoff games, especially on the road, I don't buy that.
I'm just saying I trust producer Emily's insight on this one.
Okay, that's fine. Well, good.
I was thinking there was some kind of
I
mathematical
would respectfully
thing going
disagree.
on there. I knew nothing about the spread.
Where are we going
I'm
next?
going to take the Rams. That's my one.
We know.
Ooh, you're one.
So, yeah, you don't feel
Not
that confident about it at
A
all.
big number.
Because of the number, but I
Right.
do think they're going to win. Like,
Huge number
I don't,
on the road.
I don't subscribe to this theory of if they don't win by 11, that they're not going to win the game.
We'll see how tomorrow plays out.
I mean, yeah, so 2 scores. I'm going with Carolina, and that's my one.
All right.
Ooh.
Berg, how about
Now
you?
we have the
It's not a
last one
bad
is the
pick.
Steelers and Texans.
Well, we got Berg's got to pick, and Briones has to pick.
Oh, sorry.
So I do think the Rams are going to win, and they're going to win huge. The last game against the Panthers was kind of fluky. I like the Rams. I put everything on my lower numbers on the close games, so I'm going to go Rams, and that's my 5.
Touchdown, LA!
All right, Cappy, or Briones, what do you got?
Give me the Panthers at my 5.
Ooh, with the 5.
Yeah.
God,
you
I
never
hate my
pick
picks.
against
So
the
many
Rams.
points, man.
I hate my picks this week.
Okay, so the last one,
Steelers.
I'm using my 6 on the Steelers.
So am
Ooh,
I.
Wow.
So am I, actually. Yeah.
I think
I think
Aaron
the Steelers
Rodgers-
are good. I
Yes.
think the Steelers are going to not only cover the number, I think they're going to win outright.
Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, I think they're going to
if-
win, too.
Yeah, I think they're going to win the game.
I'm glad that you think that.
You know how it is. If
You're both at
my
Pitt
aunt
6.
had male parts, she'd be my uncle.
That's right.
Yeah.
Berg, who do you
You
got?
tell him, Coach.
So I think the exact opposite. Houston is really, really good. Their offense has started to look a lot better. Their defense is phenomenal. I love the Texans in this game. I don't think the Steelers are all that great. And now that DK Metcalf's back, fine. But I love Houston in this game. That's my 6.
You love them. You really love them.
I do. I think Houston is really, really good and have a chance to go to the Super Bowl.
We love Mike T.
Briones,
Okay, well,
how about you?
that'll be unfortunate when they don't.
I'll take the Texans as my
Unfortunately,
1.
when Pittsburgh's on. Texans
So-
at 1?
Yeah.
So this leaves me.
Wait, Chris, you pick first.
No, Cappy first.
Okay.
Look, here's the deal. I'm rooting for the Steelers. I think Houston wins the game. I'm going to take the Steelers just because that's what I'm rooting for. But all I got left is my 1, so I'm taking the Steelers, and that is my last pick on the board. Steelers, 1.
And here's how I get you.
Let me hear it.
I have history in Houston. Bulls on parade. I once wore a Texans hat for many weeks. But the joy I felt rooting for the Steelers with you on Sunday night at the Lazy Dog, we rubbed them together, our hands, that is.
Oh, that's weird.
Whoa.
In joy. Pulled. We
just our
rubbed
hands.
our hands together
Just our
in
hands.
joy. Yeah.
Wow.
You rub them together.
You did that
And the
yourself.
Steelers will win. And that is my 4, Cappy.
Oh,
Pittsburgh might still be gone to the Super Bowl. Here we go.
That was
Now,
perfect.
now there is a new Steelers "Here We Go" song,
Yeah, there
Or
is.
like a new
Like,
remix.
what is it like? Tell me it's not like a techno version or something. You know what I mean? Like
No, they made this big. Cappy sent me this tweet the other day. They
it's
made
like
this.
a polka, more polka.
No, it's the same guy who sang the original one, and it was like the clip of the news station. They're like, he's back in the studio to record a 2025 version of the new Steelers. So it's the same at the beginning. So I just started it at where like the new verse starts. So we'll play a little bit of it for you here.
Aaron Rodgers is ready to win. With Gainwell, Metcalf, and Calvin Austin. We'll go to war and then we need a touchdown. And if you get in his way, he's gonna knock you around.
Here
Wait, it gets
we
better.
go. Give it to him.
Pittsburgh's going to the Super Bowl.
Now the offense is ready to score. And there's one thing we know for sure. If we don't get it in the end zone, we get 3 points off of Boswell's toe.
That's good, huh?
Unless it's an extra point.
Yeah, unless it's from 32 yards away and it means everything. Here we go. It's a good song.
Here
And
we go.
Parker is rocking out.
Pittsburgh's going down a Super Bowl. Hey, now. All right. Good song.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
it's good. It's good.
God, I hate my picks. I hate them.
Does that do it? Are we done?
I like mine.
I love Mike,
Lindsay and I
too.
have very similar picks, I feel like, this week.
I think that my problem is I've got like similar picks to Chris.
Yeah, I
You
know.
have
That's why.
almost
That's
all
usually
the same
not
picks.
not always good.
And you tried to do like the opposite of him, but you still ended up
Yeah, I
picking
still
the same.
got you. I'm going to drag you down, Cap.
Yeah.
You
Or
only
we're
have
going to
one
drag each other
different.
up.
I think
Yeah.
you only have one different. It's 49ers and Eagles. Cap, you have the Eagles. Chris, you have the Niners, and that's it. Everything else is the same.
More fun and frivolity ahead on a Friday, but first, Shitato's going to talk about his home away from home, LAX.
Oh, I'll be there in just a little bit, as a matter of fact. Listen, at LAX, changes are arriving daily, folks. It's very simple, man. You go to LAX right now, and you will see the changes literally happening in front of your face. The automated people mover trains are rolling soon as part of LAX's ongoing investment to improve your travel journey. The new trains will quickly move guests between all the terminals, the new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, economy parking, all in 10 minutes or less. Departing every 2 minutes, they'll help approximately 30 million passengers per year. To learn more, go to this website, lawa.org/ESPN. That's lawa.org/ESPN.
Thank you, Shitato. We've been talking about it all week. Join Travis Rogers, Sua Cravens, and me tomorrow at Hollywood Park Casino, HBC, starting at 11:30 a.m. for our live Toyota Rams countdown to kickoff and Rams Wildcard watch party at the Century Bar and Grill. Now, that's where we do our fantasy draft every August, a tradition unlike any other. Get there early to claim your spot, win tickets or autographed memorabilia, and enjoy buy one, get one free appetizers while you watch with us. Limit one per person. RSVP now at ESPNLA.com. It is filling up fast. Be there. So if you ever wanted to watch a game with Sua, RSVP right now at ESPNLA.com. Playoff football, don't miss it. We'll see you tomorrow at Hollywood Park Casino for a party, all party. Meanwhile, more fun and frivolity in 3 minutes. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show rolls on. Next.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. This is the ZipRecruiter Rams Report.
Here's Travis Rogers.
The Los Angeles Rams have concluded the 2025 regular season at 12-5, and Matthew Stafford is waiting to find out whether or not he will win his first MVP of the NFL. Here's where the numbers finish. Matthew Stafford leads the entire league in yards, 4,707. Drake May, his nearest competitor in the MVP race, finishes fourth. Touchdowns, Matthew Stafford, number one with 46 touchdown passes this season. Drake May, number 3. Interceptions, both of them with 8. QBR, Drake May leads 77.2. Matthew Stafford right on his heels at number 4 at 71. And then when it comes to quarterback rating, 113.5 for Drake May. Matthew Stafford right on his heels at number 2. It is really close to call. And of course, Matthew Stafford finishes the season 4 touchdowns against 0 interceptions. With Tuesday's Rams Report, I'm Travis Rogers.
This is the ZipRecruiter Rams Report.
Powered by ZipRecruiter. Looking for your next great hire? Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
When it comes to hiring, other job sites are still huddling while ZipRecruiter's already in the end zone. That's why over 4 million businesses have used ZipRecruiter to hire, and why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. Get in the end zone with ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Party play this Wildcard weekend. The playoffs coming alive at Hollywood Park Casino. Join Travis Rogers, Sua Cravens, and me, Chris Morales, for the ultimate ESPN LA Rams watch party. The ESPN LA crew will be broadcasting live starting at 11:30 a.m. with the pregame, halftime, and postgame shows right from Hollywood Park Casino this Saturday, January 10th. Cheer on our Rams, soak in the excitement, and win exclusive prizes. Hollywood Park Casino, LA's hottest card room, and the only place to party and play 24/7. Must be 21 or older. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Stunad.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Empower
Pete's back on the links with all new golf clubs and hopefully less swearing.
Dang, sliced it.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money, so he can be a little bad.
Heads up!
Oof. Talent sold separately.
Guy said these were slice-proof.
At least he has money for lessons. Invest well, live a little. Start today at Empower.com.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. You're starting your day with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Don't forget my show. The Rich Eisen Show is coming up this morning at 9 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Now, back to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
8:37, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. This man was legendary in the 90s and the 2000s. It's 50. He turns 59 today. His 59th birthday. Happy birthday, Dave Matthews.
You don't still think he's legendary today?
I think his songs are like, he was huge, man.
Oh, listen, I still think Dave Matthews, man, he sells out stadiums.
No,
this guy.
it's kind of like he's got that hardcore fan base. Our friend Andrew Siciliano, when we were working together at the old Fox Sports Radio, he went to go see him like 10 times in 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
Touchdown! Exactly.
I've seen him in concert a couple times.
Is it good?
It's really, really good.
Really?
There you go.
But that was in like the early 2000s, so I don't do that anymore.
No,
By the
I
way,
was like-
producer Lindsay Baseball,
Yeah.
she is obsessed with money laundering. Like everything business-wise we talk about in here, she's like, oh, is that a money laundering scheme?
Because
I'm like, I don't know.
I just feel like if you go into a business or like you have a business that you know, like anyone with common sense knows that you can't possibly make money off of that.
Like
then-
what?
Like cited.
No, I never said that.
She didn't say that.
I don't want to name names, but, like a lot of, it just, things that don't make sense.
Cappy, let's open up a subs shop and launder money in it.
Listen,
Whoa.
I make you a damn good sandwich. I'll tell you that right now.
I said, well, something like the Bark Bus, that is not money laundering, because I would like to someday open up my own Bark Bus. And thank you, Cappy, by the
What's
way.
a Bark Bus?
Okay, so it's like a mobile dog grooming. And
Oh.
Cappy, that was Cappy's Christmas present to me, which, thank you. I said that was probably the most thoughtful gift I've gotten in a long time because he remembered me saying how much I love the Bark Bus. And I want to do it someday. I want to own a mobile dog grooming service.
Well, I'll tell you what. You go do the dog grooming. Chris and I will launder the money
Okay.
through the dog grooming business.
Okay.
No
That's what's
laundering
gonna
of money.
happen.
But I'll still make money. I feel like that's like a really good, solid business. You just got to
Yeah.
find a market that's untapped.
Now, I would like to open up a sandwich shop, not to launder money, but to actually make sandwiches.
Can we wash dogs in the back of it?
I don't think that really goes well.
Okay.
I mean, like,
I
you
would-
need a separate, suite for that.
Well, you get the sandwiches while someone
Yo,
else
come
washes
over
your
here
dog.
while somebody's washing your dog and make a little
Yeah.
gabagool.
Yeah.
Hey, how about this? My boy Adrian Gonzalez, he got that pizza
Stunad.
place.
Yeah.
He got that Mexican joint.
Yeah.
How about I convince Adrian to spot us a sandwich shop? You and me
No,
running
we
a
don't need him
sandwich
to
shop?
spot us. I don't need an investor like him.
No, why not?
He's
What's
going to
wrong
want
with
all
him?
the profit.
Plus,
Oh,
Cap,
yeah.
you're a big NBA owner now. You got the money.
Well, that is true. Yeah, that is true. Now, as an NBA owner, I should definitely.
We should we should open up a sandwich shop and call it Cuban Heat, even though we won't serve Cuban sandwiches.
I was
But-
just
No,
going
but
to say,
we
if you're
would
not
serve
gonna
a Cuban sandwich.
sandwiches,
No, we will.
That'd
We'll
have to
serve
be
a
the
Cuban sandwich.
only thing you could serve, and you'd have to serve the best Cuban sandwich ever made.
Right.
George, you want to
yeah.
join us in this venture? We're going to launder money.
No, I'm okay.
You
I'm
sure?
all right. Yeah, I'll step aside on that one.
All right, you got it. Well, where were we?
Well, the Rams and Panthers will play tomorrow.
Yeah, I think we wanted to get back to the football basically, and just Cappy, we reiterated earlier in the show, and we talked about this a lot yesterday. Greatest 5-day stretch of football consecutively in the history of football, starting with what ended up being pretty foretelling for us yesterday when we said that this was going to be the case, and we had a great start to that 5-day stretch with an incredible game last night in the Fiesta Bowl. You've got Oregon, Indiana tonight, which I think will be a fantastic rematch of a game we saw earlier in the season in the Big Ten. And then the NFL weekend, which gets started with the Rams and Panthers. And then we'll have, all these other games, obviously Pittsburgh and the Texans and Green Bay and Chicago and Philadelphia and San Francisco and the Chargers and the Patriots. And I'm missing one there somewhere.
I think Bills and Jags is the one. you
Bills and
missed.
Jags. Yes, of course. Yes.
Yeah.
But an incredible weekend of football will be upon us. And I'll tell you this. to have both LA football teams in the NFL portion of it. Stop! Don't be a jerk.
What? What?
Just they are both there. Okay, don't be a jerk.
I mean, the Rams are.
Both teams are there.
Mm.
I'm telling you, this time next year, I'm going to make a proclamation.
Okay, proclaim.
SC will be a playoff team next year. I think we will. I don't know if they'll be in the semifinal, but I think we will be talking more football at this time next year beyond just the Rams and Chargers. I think SC will get us into at least mid to late December with some real consequential conversations.
I really hope
Fight
you're right.
on.
I hope you're right because, I'm sure you've seen the story that this 5-star prospect quarterback that they got last year, I want to say from Corona Centennial High School, this quarterback.
Yeah, Longstreet.
Longstreet. So he's now entering the transfer portal and he's gone. And
right. Well, I get it. I mean, Maiava's coming back for another season.
But I get it too because here's the thing. And I'll make this argument for both sides because I know that the dad is very involved and I know that they're regular listeners. So here, let me give you the two sides, George. On one hand, you can leave and you can go find a place to play, and hopefully it's the right place with the right coach, with the right teammates, and the right situation, and it turns into Carson Beck at Miami or Fernando Mendoza at Indiana. Hopefully for Longstreet, that's what happens for that young man. But I would say this. Be just a little bit cautious because the guy who did that before you, okay, the kid from Los Alamitos High School, who was the #1 high school football player in the country, he went to SC. He couldn't play, so he decided, I got to go find a place to play. He went to Boise State. There were no promises. He did not play. He went to UTEP, fell off the face of the earth, and now the kid's back in the transfer portal. So for this young man, Longstreet, I understand why you want to hurry up and play. I get it. Because the faster you can get to the NFL, the better. And really, what these guys think about, George, is I need 3 years of college football, or I need 3 years out of high school to get to the NFL. And I hope for this young man, everything works out right. But I would say to you, on the downside, look at the kid. What was the kid's name from Los Alamitos High School that transferred all over the place? What was that kid's name?
Nelson.
Malachi Nelson. So on this hand is the Malachi Nelson failure of transfer, okay? On the other hand, I would present to you, Dad, I'd present to you Arch Manning. Because Arch Manning knows from the time he's 17 years old, and probably even before that because he was groomed for it, Arch Manning is going to be an NFL quarterback. We talked about this yesterday. Dan Orlovsky on ESPN says if he came out this year, he'd be the #1 pick overall. Better than Mendoza, better than Dante Moore, if you believe in what Orlovsky is selling. So what Arch Manning did was he took his time. He literally waited around. He practiced. He got to know the playbook. He studied film. He knows the coaches. He knows the program. He knows the players, the conference, et cetera, et cetera. Arch Manning is taking his time. Could he leave and go to the NFL right now? Of course. Would he be the #1 overall pick? Perhaps. But the point is, Arch Manning is taking his time. This young man, Longstreet, as Lincoln Riley is trying to convince him to do, could very easily sit around, have another year of development, have another year of the coaching staff, know the program better than ever before, and then the next year, he's the starting quarterback, and perhaps the next year he decides to stick around for his 4th year. Now, if you're the dad, you might argue back to me, George, well, what if Lincoln Riley doesn't have a great year? What if USC is not in the playoffs as you predict or as you proclaim? What if Lincoln Riley gets fired? What if the next coach comes in and says, hey, you can compete, but you're not guaranteed our starting job? I understand all the variables and all the reasons why you might enter the transfer portal. The #1 key being I gotta play as fast as possible. But I would encourage some of these parents, man, take a deep breath and slow your blank down.
I'll tell you what I think on the other side, Cappy. How about that?
That's great.
Beautiful shit out. Tell us about that ESPN app, please.
Oh, yeah, of course. Listen, when a trophy's raised, it can feel like the season's over. But not on the ESPN app, man. It never really is over. Because with more than 47,000 live events, plus originals, highlights, and coverage from every corner of the sports world, there's always something to dive into. There's no off-season on the ESPN app. Just everything a fan needs to keep going, so it's always in season. Get all of ESPN all in one place, so download the ESPN app on your TV or your phone today.
Thank you, Shinato. 8:46 in the morning. We will get Sedano's answer to Cappy's statement in 3 minutes from right now.
It's Bethel Duran, and it's time to celebrate the new year with a new truck from Northridge and Wonders Toyota. Right now, lease a brand new 2025 Toyota Tacoma for just $84 a month for 36 months plus tax. And if you're thinking about a trade-in, your current ride could be worth more than you think. Northridge Toyota, Wonders Toyota, they make it easy.
Tacoma model 7162G, VIN number 3TYJDAHN 1ST037657. Lease excludes tax, title, license, registration fees, dealer options, and charges. $59.95 due at signing. $84 per month. Offer expires 1/31/2026.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
Hey, listen, you get into an accident, there's one name to call, okay? It's Call Jacob, of course. And Cappy, he's got a brand new number. Are you ready to say it together?
I think I am.
Ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. 800-345-6789. It's very simple, man. Listen, the worst thing that can happen to you, man, you're having a great day, you're driving around, maybe you're going to get ready to pick up the kids at school or practice or whatever, and then, out of nowhere, bam! Your day is ruined.
You gonna know that number?
Yeah. You ready?
Yeah.
800-345-6789.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
Hey, Los Angeles, your Rams are in the playoffs, and if you missed out on any action this past season, don't make the same mistake. Clinch your spot in the Rams house for 2026. Watch every home game next year with marquee matchups against the Bills, Chiefs, Cowboys, and Packers. In addition, enjoy home playoff ticket access, interest-free monthly payment plans, and stadium event pre-sale access. Visit therams.com/2026. Again, that is therams.com/2026. Don't miss out on any of next year's action and get your Rams season tickets today.
Smalls here. Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your six figures come from 6 different places. For when your gaming stream becomes your revenue stream. For when your business's year one needs 70 years of tax know-how. At H&R Block, they've seen it all. And they're here to help you make the most out of your money for life outside the box.
You know the rush when you reach that goal, when something you've worked for pays off. That's success. At University of Maryland Global Campus, we believe you should never stop chasing it. That's why we offer a skills-based education that helps move your career forward. Learn how to apply emerging technologies like AI and data science. Build your leadership and critical thinking skills. Apply by February 11th and save with no application fee. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Hi, this is Avner Gatt, founding partner of the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Avner Gatt Inc. is your trusted Los Angeles public adjuster. Call me directly at 818-917-5256 for help navigating the complexity of your insurance claim. Now back to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Abner.
What's going on, Abner?
8:50 in the morning. Let's play a little bit more Dave Matthews. He turns 59 today.
I was at a Dave Matthews concert a couple years ago.
Were you wearing Birkenstocks?
I was not, although
I did when I went, though.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't
absolutely.
I haven't had Birkenstocks in a long time. I'd love to have them. Man, those
They're
things
in
feel
again.
good on your feet.
They're super in again.
They fit to
Yeah,
your
they are.
foot.
Yeah.
They're great.
And you know
Slide
they
it right
you know,
in there.
You know what's also really in on those Birkenstocks, Lindsay, is the covered toe version of them, not just the
the
sandal
clogs.
version.
I almost
Yeah.
actually bought a pair for my mom for Christmas, but she said they're ugly.
Yeah, I love them. And so anyway, so we're dancing around to Dave, and we're like right up front in front of the stage. And one of my buddies is there dancing, and this is my friend Blake.
Was it Big Al?
No, this is Blake. And by the way, Big Al is a huge Dave Matthews fan. But this
How
is
do
my
you
buddy.
dance to Dave Matthews, Cap?
Oh no, you can jam around. Believe me, there's a lot of
can
songs where
sway.
you are jamming, dude.
Okay.
But anyway, Blake, this is the mayor of Cabo, okay? And Blake's wife, Michelle, she's dancing around. She's having a great time. And, bro, her water breaks right there on the spot. And we got to leave the concert and take her to the hospital to deliver the baby.
You didn't jump into action, Cappy?
Greg, you would be proud of me.
Yeah?
I told her, we can't leave the show now. Lay down. I got this. I have delivered 3 babies in my life. I could very easily deliver the baby and then lift it up. I could lift it up and say, Dave, look, we just delivered the baby. The umbilical cord is still connected, Dave. I offered to deliver the baby to Dave, but we had to leave.
All right, 8:51 on a Friday, a feel-good Friday. We get ready for the Prize Picks Power Hour and Sedano's answer to Cappy's statement in just a moment. But first, let me take a sip from my Felix Chevrolet coffee mug. Oh, it's hot because it's steaming brand new, and it burned my mouth, but it's beautiful, man. Let me tell you about my friends at Felix Chevrolet, home of the Big Cat on Figueroa since 1921, an L.A. institution right across from USC. They got you covered. You want that Corvette like Cappy wants? They got that. But how about an EV? I always talk about our friend Jason Esparza from Whittier. He got an EV, the Equinox, but they got the new Blazer EV. It's a beautiful car if you need just a little bit more room. So you go see Felix Chevrolet right there on Figueroa, and you say, where's the GM, Nicky D or Nicky Deals? Nicky D, let me pet that Big Cat. And he's going to take care of you at Felix Chevrolet. He's going to get you in drive to start the new year, 2026. Meanwhile, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show keeps rolling here on a Friday. Sedano.
Yes, sir. So, Cappy, for those that may have missed what we teased earlier, what you were talking about Malachi Nelson and comparing him to Hassan Longstreet.
Right. So
the kid at USC who was brought in last year as a 5-star freshman quarterback and has now transferred because Mayava is coming back for a 3rd season with USC. Here, I would say this, though.
George, just to be clear, though, just real clear, Malachi Nelson is over here, Arch Manning is over here, and your choice is to take the Malachi road, potentially, or the Arch Manning road, potentially, and I'm for the Arch Manning road. That's all I was saying.
Yeah, I get it, Cappy, but I don't think that it's a binary situation. I think, there's gray to this. And as the gray hand, you should understand this.
I do. I get the color.
Not every situation is cookie cutter one way or the other. So I think Hassan Longstreet is really talented. Everything I've heard about Hassan Longstreet and just like his work ethic is impeccable. That he is a kid that puts in all the work, that was a very good teammate this year, is incredibly talented, and just wants an opportunity. And in a day and age where if you want to be an NFL quarterback, most teams want you to have at least 30 starts under your belt. You got to start that clock quickly, especially if you're a kid that's that talented, that highly touted. So I understand, and I don't begrudge a kid for transferring, especially when he would have to sit for a 2nd season behind a kid in Mayava who is probably going to be a top 5 quarterback in college football next year.
I don't begrudge him either. I understand the issue. The issue is I have to play as soon as possible. I committed to USC thinking that I'd sit for a year, Mayava would be gone, and I would take over. And Mayava made his own decision, and he's your returning starter. And I don't begrudge the kid because I know he wants to play. I guess what I'll do is I'll watch how it plays out. I'll see where he ends up. Because, again, Malachi Nelson, all the things you said about this young man, about all the talent, that's what people thought about him coming out of high school.
I would say that they are not built the same necessarily.
I would understand
talent
that.
is not the only thing. They may have a lot of common in regards to talent, but I think personality-wise, they're 2 different young men.
I understand. But, hey, listen, I wish the kid all the luck in the world. But, again, with as many kids that are already in the transfer portal and have already found homes, I hope this kid finds the right place. I really do.
Yeah, and I'm not saying Malachi Nelson was like a bad teammate or anything like that. What I'm just saying is this kid was like top of his class kind of teammate, from what I understand, Longstreet.
Mm-hmm.
Prize Picks Power Hour is next. The Eisen Show terrestrially. We'll see you on the other side, mongrels.
Have you heard the refinancing rule of thumb that says you have to drop your rate at least 0.5% to refi because it'll take several years of savings to recoup the closing costs for a refi? The Loan Exchange says the rule is nonsense. With a Loan Exchange free closer, you can lower your rate without paying any cost whatsoever. That's right, lower your rate with no cost and your balance doesn't go up. You start saving on the first day you have the loan and every day thereafter. If you decide to move next year or rates drop further, you can exchange that loan for another without losing $1 that was tied up in closing costs. Today's 30-year fixed-free closer rate in APR is 5.875%. So if your current mortgage rate is higher than 5.875%, give the Loan Exchange a call at 855-752-9944 or log on to theloanexchange.com. It won't cost you a thing. NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. Call 855-752-9944 or visit theloanexchange.com.
This is the Doctor in the Dugout with Dr. Alan Beyer, presented by Hoag Orthopedic Institute.
I'm often asked about people who suffer their first back injury, think they've pulled a muscle in their back, and they don't stretch enough as far as their back is concerned. So when do you seek care from a doctor when you've sustained a back injury? At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, we like to tell people that the most important thing is to watch and see if that back pain is radiating down your leg, causing any numbness, causing any weakness, or any bowel or bladder dysfunction. These are surgical problems usually and require a more urgent visit to the emergency room rather than waiting to see the doctor. If none of these signs are present, it's safe to wait it out, rest for a few days, and seek medical care from your doctor within a week or so. Hope that helps. Keep stretching your back. If that doesn't get better in a week or 10 days, that's when it's time to seek the orthopedic specialist. Hope this keeps you on the field, and keep listening. We'll be back soon.
Keep listening for more on the road to recovery right here on 710 ESPN.
When it's game time, every play counts. So when it's time to choose your next vehicle, make the winning play at George Chevrolet. From the powerful work-ready Silverado to the family-sized Traverse and all-electric standouts like Blazer and Equinox EV, George Chevrolet has an incredible selection and a championship-caliber team ready to help you get the perfect Chevy at the best price. Visit them off the 91 Freeway, Lakewood Exit in Bellflower, or shop online at GeorgeChevy.com. That's GeorgeChevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Park Party Play. This Wildcard weekend, the playoffs coming live at Hollywood Park Casino. Join Travis Rogers, Sua Cravens, and me, Chris Morales, for the ultimate ESPN LA Rams watch party. The ESPN LA crew will be broadcasting live starting at 11:30 a.m. with the pregame, halftime, and postgame shows right from Hollywood Park Casino this Saturday, January 10th. Cheer on our Rams, soak in the excitement, and win exclusive prizes. Hollywood Park Casino, LA's hottest card room, and the only place to party and play 24/7. Must be 21 or older. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Previously on the Sedano and Kap morning show.
It's Friday. You ain't got no job. And you ain't got shit to do.
Yeah, and as somebody who was younger and who was looking out for Big Bro at the time.
But he was young. He wouldn't know not to get married.
Yeah, what the hell would I have known at 21 years old?
He was dropping Miami Heat everywhere.
But that's my point. Don't you see that if he would have said to me, hey, listen, I'm dropping Miami Heat. You should be dropping Miami Heat. Let's go drop Miami Heat together. You know, let's go be Crockett and Tubbs. You know what I mean? Yeah. Turns out there's a Walmart right in my own neighborhood.
Wow.
They got it all.
Yeah, it's like a grocery store, too.
I was able to buy a sex toy in a Walmart.
Dude,
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on the air.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
A little sabor.
Yeah, I don't think people like being called hash.
You're the güero on the radio.
No.
Giant Mexican, horn section.
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Give me a freaking break.
Why not?
It's a wacky Wednesday.
Yeah, whatever that means.
It's a party game. No, Lindsay's holding up the box.
I'm kind of a little jealous right now, Clinton, because I really wanted to play this game too.
Oh, is that
We
right?
can wait for you, Cappy, if you really want to.
So
we
what do I have to
running
do?
a little low on time, but
I feel like Casey Kasem having to make that transition.
Hey!
When he had to go from
that's one of the classic radio bits. Where it's like, don't go from a slow song into a.
we have
ponderous, man. Ponderous.
What is this? Ponderous, man. Ponderous.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Midnight in the desert. I'm Art Bell.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
wow, that's crazy.
Bit boy.
Well, you want to
Right now.
Monstrous.
Beto, I don't want to eat that. We did it, Dad. We did it.
You were riding high on the stinger last time.
Oh, big time.
Right, that's right. Of course we were.
So, Mongrels, stay tuned.
Here it comes.
9:02 and 30 seconds. Welcome to the Prize Picks Power Hour on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Friday. Prize Picks, download the app today and use code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, to get $50 in windups after you play your first $5 windup. That's code CAPPY to get $50 in windups after you play your first $5 windup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right, sucker. We've got a big Prize Picks Power Hour ahead. Clinton Yates is going to stop by. We are for sure going to do a radio Tinder with producer Lindsay Baseball. We've got Cappy's Prize Picks Pick of the Day. Sam Boney, Sam Batesh, our ESPN LA Kings insider. We'll talk about Kings night Monday night with Cappy scraping the ice. Plus,
Scraping it.
We've got the Dealer's Choice Real Deal, and we will do our calendar today from Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. All of that ahead on a jam-packed Prize Picks Power Hour. The Triple P, Cappy.
Nice hour. Really
Cappy,
nice hour.
Two things real quick.
Okay, and then I got something real quick. Go ahead.
We were talking about the Rams-Panthers earlier and about how historically the team with the losing record has been very competitive in those games, or a team without a winning record per se has been very competitive in those scenarios. I mean, you may recall one because you told us off air that you worked this game, but the 8-8 Chargers beat Peyton Manning and the Colts in one of those types of games.
Yeah, the Chargers, this is, I want to say, 2008, and the Chargers were hosting the Colts at Qualcomm Stadium, which no longer exists. And in that game, LaDainian Tomlinson got hurt, as I recall, and Darren Sproles took the game over. As a matter of fact, Sproles may have had a kickoff return for a touchdown and a punt return for a touchdown, or two punt returns. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I'm almost sure Sproles scored two touchdowns on separate special teams plays. And then with Tomlinson on the sideline hurt, Sproles, it may have even been in overtime, scored along the left edge of the field and went in and won the game for the Chargers. And I remember as they were walking off the field, I was on the national radio broadcast, and I interviewed LaDainian Tomlinson about what happened to him and how he was coaching up Sproles. And then I'll never forget that night. I was in the tunnel after the game, and Peyton Manning and his mom and his wife were there, and they were consoling Peyton Manning, just the three of them by themselves, and I was kind of creeping out and watching and listening to what was going on. But, yeah, that was – I think the Chargers, were 8-8 that year, and they won that game against the Colts at home.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I wanted to mention was, we talked a lot about this being the craziest and most fun and probably the best on paper 5 consecutive days of football we've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked a lot about last night's game to start the show and about tonight's game, which should be awesome too, Oregon, Indiana, and all the NFL playoff games. One thing we didn't talk about in regards to last night's show, do you think Lane Kiffin is breathing a sigh of relief after the way that thing ended yesterday?
Oh, there is no doubt that Lane Kiffin is so happy that Ole Miss lost that game last night. And you could never sell me on no, those are his guys. He went to war with those guys. He just left for a better job. Nonsense. Lane Kiffin is a job jumper. And LSU will eventually find that out because some other opportunity will come up and Lane Kiffin will leave them. And I hated what Lane Kiffin did because of where Ole Miss was. If Ole Miss was a bad team and nobody cared and they weren't making it to the playoff, I would understand leaving and you leave as soon as you want to. But what Lane Kiffin has done here, and it bothers me, to be honest with you, what ESPN does, because we give Lane Kiffin a little too much airtime. So, like, for example, last night, there was all this, Lane Kiffin's face on the screen, and I know he's part of the story, so I understand why everybody does it, but it just bothers me. Because, George, Lane Kiffin was not only part of the story last night. Oh, my goodness, Lane Kiffin, Ole Miss, he left. He's got his assistant coaches that are going back and forth because they're recruiting for LSU, but they're working for Ole Miss. And then there was that quarterback from Washington who signed with Washington, then entered the transfer portal because he was going to go to LSU, and then Washington started to threaten legal action and so on and so forth, and before you knew it, the kid was back. Lane Kiffin has got his hands in this cookie jar, and it annoys the living hell out of me, and I hope he fails, and I hope he fails fast at LSU. I have become a Lane Kiffin hater.
Okay.
What do you think of that?
I mean, that's cool. I understand it. You won't be alone. There's a lot of people. It's not like, being a Lane Kiffin hater is not necessarily like the hottest of takes. I mean, there's probably a lot of people that you could stand in line with, I would say. Line would go around the block. You know what I mean? Like,
I kind of jumped on that bandwagon, didn't I?
Yeah.
I didn't exactly lead the bandwagon. I wasn't driving the bandwagon. I'm playing the tuba all up in that. You know what I'm saying?
You're like what? It's like who has like the largest band in college football? I don't know. Let's just make it
best damn band in the land, Ohio State.
Right. So Ohio State's band is probably like 10 rows deep. You're like in row 9, Cappy, on this one.
I got the 3 drums. Right. That's me. I know. I'm on that Lane Kiffin hate bandwagon. It bothers me so much that these coaches, Charlie Weiss Jr., was going from LSU where he's recruiting back to Ole Miss where he's supposed to be coaching. And I give him credit because the Ole Miss offense, it took a little bit of time last night, but the second half, to be sure, they were outstanding. And so I give Charlie Weiss Jr. a ton of credit that he can do both jobs and he can schlep back and forth. But, God, it annoys the hell out of me. I guarantee you Lane Kiffin today is breathing a sigh of relief like, oh, thank God they lost. Because if they won the national championship without him, that would not reflect well on him. That's all.
Oh, my God. He'd look like a buffoon if they won the title without him. What are you talking about? There's no question to me that he's got to have he was absolutely rooting for Miami yesterday. I don't care what anybody tells me. I would love to have seen video of him. I think there probably was some level of conflict because there are some of these kids he has to love, right? So I'm not going to say he wasn't happy that it was a good game, but I think ultimately he still wanted Ole Miss to lose at some point. Yes.
I'll bet you that Lane Kiffin is going to do everything he can, and I don't know exactly what the rules are around, can he recruit these kids from Ole Miss, but any kid that is going to enter the transfer portal or has already, might go visit with, might go play for him. And he'll do, I would guess he'll do everything he can to say, well, those are my players. No, they're Ole Miss's players. No, they're mine. And they're coming with me, just like all these coaches are coming with me. So, I've become a real Lane Kiffin hater. So, hey, George, before you get out of here, I want to send a shout-out to some of our great listeners. Now, yesterday I mentioned to you that I was receiving Instagram direct messages. Chris did not like when I said direct message. He said abbreviate to DM.
Well, it's not an abbreviation. It's just what people say.
Yeah.
I slid in. I don't go, hey, man, I slid in your direct messages. I say I slide in the DMs head first.
You do you head first? Always head first?
If I can.
Never feet first, huh?
No.
All right. So we have some listeners that are with us every single day in Australia. And I said, well, that's super cool. I love to hear
good
that.
day, mate.
Yeah, I love that. But yesterday, because you and I were chatting at the end of yesterday's broadcast, and I was telling you that I was on my way to Mammoth for the weekend because I'm chasing snow. There's been no snow. And all of a sudden, Mammoth got dumped on, right?
Right.
So I get
because of that crazy storm that we had over the last couple weeks.
So I get this direct message, a.k.a. a DM.
Right.
and it's from a company called Max, M-A-C-S, Max Sporting Goods. And Mac tells me, hey, sucker, I hear you talking about going to Walmart to buy a fishing pole, and that's not actually accurate. I just when said was the that last time you guys were all in a Walmart? All I said was I was at Walmart, and they got fishing poles. I don't even need a fishing pole, but I want to buy one because they got it. So Max Sporting Goods sends me a DM yesterday, and they said, hey, since you're driving up to Mammoth, stop at our store in Bishop. We got the best lineup of fishing poles for you. Now, George, are you familiar with Bishop, California at all?
No.
Okay. Bishop is about 45 minutes south of Mammoth. It's a cute little town, but when you drive through it, it's 30 seconds. So he says, don't buy a fishing rod at Walmart. Don't buy a fishing rod at Target. You come buy Max Sporting Goods. Okay, fine. So I tell the guy, I go, dude, I flew right over you. I didn't drive up. I flew up.
Yeah, right.
He says, well, next time, please stop by. And I said, of course I will. He says, we are huge fans of ESPN LA, and we're holding it down in Bishop. And then the two guys, Nick Lara and Pat Douglas, sent me a video this morning of them listening and watching the show from Bishop, California at Max Sporting Goods. When I tell you everybody's listening, I don't just mean in LA. I mean Bishop to Australia. They're all listening, brother. You feel me?
I love it, Cappy. We're like Pitbull. We're worldwide now.
The YouTube chat is popping now about Bishop.
Oh, really? They like Bishop.
That's awesome. Real quick before Shao gets out of here, why don't you guys cut that liner I just sent you?
Oh, let me check my email.
Hold on, I got to check my
Great.
email.
By the way, 3-2 is on E1 again today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I would imagine McAfee's traveling today to from Phoenix to Atlanta for the Peach Bowl to do the pregame.
I saw McAfee last night. You know, it's so funny. Mario Cristobal said after the game last night.
By the way, Bergie's mom just liked a post I did on Facebook.
You're friends with my mom?
I'm not, but you're tagged in it, so your mom liked it.
Oh, my gosh. You're like, what?
I'm about to be.
I knew there's a whole thing.
That's what I'm about to become
wife.
friends with her.
Yes.
I'm about to become friends with her.
Just got very, very
I'm coming,
strange
Jan,
right
and
there.
I'm sliding in those DMs
see
head first.
You see how fast he got up?
Yeah. No, I was like sitting, reading the chat, answering emails, and doing other things. And all of a sudden, my mom's in your DMs? That's a little weird.
I didn't say she's in my DMs yet.
Yeah. Bergie, that's like that TV commercial where the dad and the son are having a barbecue in the back, and they see that their mom is on Kiss Cam, and then the guy, the Mayhem dude, is going to make out with their mom, and the kid is sitting there going, Mom! Right? That was you. That was just you right now.
Shut up. Like, this isn't happening.
Let's do the liner, 3-2.
3-2.
But wait, just real thing on Mario Cristobal, George. So Mario Cristobal
Can we
seems
do
like
the
a very
liner
serious
before
guy.
he leaves?
Okay, just let him finish the story, and then we'll do the damn liners. Go.
All right. You tell him, Black Hand. You tell him.
Smack
Mario
me with
Cristobal
that hand.
is a very, very serious guy. And he said after
Yes.
the game, he goes, at heart, I'm just an offensive lineman, so I don't like all the attention. I thought that was very cute of him, right?
Right, which
But-
is true.
But he didn't crack a
You
smile.
want to piss him off? Ask him, hey, is the U back? Or is the U going to be back? Like, he will literally clench his teeth. Like,
Yeah.
he hates that question.
He seems like such a serious guy. And at no point did I see him crack a smile last night because all he kept talking about was we still got to go 1-0. We still got work to do.
He's very Mamba mentality that way.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
The job is not finished. So the only time I saw Mario Cristobal crack a smile last night, not with Holly Rowe, not with getting the trophy, not with the Verbo lady, the only time I saw Mario Cristobal crack a smile last night is when Pat McAfee snuck up on him. And McAfee sneaks up on him, and then Mario sees him. They hug it out. Mario, lifts him up like he's going to body slam him. And there's, the only time I saw the dude smile the entire night was thanks to McAfee.
Well, when he came up to me after he came off the stage, he looked at me and he goes, one more. That's what he said to me, straight up. He shook my hand. He goes, one more. And I'm like, all right, Coach, good luck.
Yeah.
On God.
For real.
So.
On God, for real.
All right, let's do these liners. Ready? 3-2. Hey, guys, it's Sedano. This is Rams-Panthers Wildcard Weekend. We're talking about the game and the entire playoff weekend. Monday on LA's only local sports morning show, the all-new Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Monday at 7 a.m. on your home of Rams football, ESPN LA.
Perfection.
That was good. I really liked the fluctuation in your voice. I really thought that was excellent. That
I was
really
squeezing
nicely
on that
done.
one.
Yeah, really nicely done. My turn?
I don't even know what that means.
I got to go.
actually.
See ya.
Bye, Shinano. Have a safe flight. Back to your home away from home, LAX. Now, Cappy, 3-2.
Hey, everybody, it's Cappy. This is Rams-Panthers Wildcard Weekend, and we're talking about the game and the entire playoff weekend Monday on LA's only local sports morning show, the all-new Sedano and Kap Morning Show, Monday at 7 a.m. on your home for Rams football, ESPN LA.
Sped up there at the end. Don't know why, but that's fine. We'll use it.
I just was trying to go a
And
little bit of
Prince.
slow,
We'll go with
a
a Prince on that
fast.
one. And now, for his first appearance in 2026, the man, the myth, the legend. You hear him on the ESPN LA app, The Clinton Yates Show. Clinton and friends, the great Clinton Yates in studio now.
What's up,
headphones?
kiddos?
Do you
Happy
need
New
it?
Year.
You don't want headphones?
No.
Okay.
I got my
I don't know.
I got my
He's got an
IFB.
IFB,
I
just
brought
like
the
George
Pro.
Sedano.
I didn't see I can't see that side of your face.
That's what I got. I said, might as well bring it in, because the face is looking good in 2026, according to, various
According to
people's
what?
mothers. So
Oh, all
there's that.
right.
Oh, really?
We've
Great
already had
t-shirt
enough
back.
mother stuff
Yeah.
going on in
Well,
this.
yeah,
hour,
listen,
okay?
Greg, I didn't
Yeah,
mean
are you
that
Facebook
that
friends
wasn't lob your way. I'm not Facebook friends with your mom at all.
You can be.
Actually, on Facebook, you probably could be.
I have a question. Are we doing a watch party for the Rams game?
Tomorrow at HBC, join Travis, Sua. Oh, Sua, me, and am I going to do it? Are we going to tease it? Don't put it out there if it's not real.
I mean,
What?
Clinton Yates?
I might show up. That's what I'm saying.
You could join the program, too.
HPC is close to the crib.
We're going to be there for 9 hours. You might as well come
9
by.
hours. Are we serious? Oh yeah, I guess because they're doing the game and then
Pre,
they're doing the post game.
post,
So
and
what
half.
time? What time is the pregame start?
11:30 a.m.
11:30 a.m. Okay, that's doable.
You know
That's
why,
doable.
Clinton?
Then we're
You know
all
why
watching the game together, pressing the flesh.
Pressing the flesh with people. Okay,
You know
are
why
there
it starts
prizes
at
to give
11:30?
away? Why is that?
Tell him, Chris. Tell him why it starts at 11:30.
Because the game kicks off at 1:30?
No, that's one reason.
Oh.
And then before that, you got 2 hours of the best of Sedano and Kap from the week.
Well, no, we don't call it the best of. It's the Sedano and Kap Saturday special.
Yeah, that's what I meant. And then prior to that, you got Dr. Klappa. He's horizontal.
The Weekend Warrior Show, presented by Cedar Sinai with Clapper, is at 7 a.m. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show, Saturday special at 8 a.m., and then we get going at 11:30 a.m.
That could be in the cards. That could be in the cards.
I
How's
might do a
everybody doing?
special unsportsmanlike best of, too, for an hour.
Is that
I
right?
got to fill that hour up. You want me to do a little Clinton and Friends?
If you like. We were talking about
That's a
Ted
very good
DiBiase
idea.
for like an hour today, and then yesterday, you want to talk about worldwide. We got off onto a whole tangent about Alaska. Apparently, we're huge in Alaska.
Really?
And we had this whole conversation about what's going on in Alaska and how they grow
CY
vegetables
dropping
and
that Alaskan
grow
heat.
weed. Yeah, exactly. So it was a pretty interesting conversation.
So
How's
how you been?
everybody's-
How was your holiday?
It was good. I went to Seattle on assignment for New Year's, which was interesting because there was so much fog that you couldn't even see the fireworks. So that was pretty much useless on that. But I went to a Kraken game, and the Kraken is one of the best in-game environments in the NHL. If you've never done that in Seattle, do that.
Do they still call themselves crackheads?
No, they never called themselves
That was at the
Crackheads.
beginning. That's what they were. They said they were going to call it.
I don't
themselves
think that
crackheads.
that's something that actually played out. But they
I
got
think
a
it's
really
pretty
nice
funny.
name.
They
I
got
like it too. I think it's clever.
Well, to tell you guys who, especially those of you who are big radiophiles, what is it? KQX? I don't know what station it is. There's a radio station literally next door to the arena. And it's one of those deals where you can look in and see the DJ, and there's a coffee shop and like a venue, and it's literally adjacent to where the Kraken plays. So that was cool. I got to hang out at the station for
Should
a
be
while.
KRAK.
The Crackers.
Yeah, the Crackers. But and
the
then
Kraken.
here's where the fun part comes in. I was in Vegas all week this week.
Oh, really?
And I got to do something.
For what? Were you there for CES?
I was there for CES. I saw a lot of robots. I saw a lot of cool cars.
Sin City is now CY City.
CYC. And by the way, 5 days in Vegas, way too long.
That's way too long.
What's the biggest screen you've ever played video games on? Because I got to play video games on the Sphere, Jack.
No way.
Really?
It was
Like the real Sphere?
awesome. Yes.
Really?
The real Sphere. Lego and Star Wars had an installation where you got to get in a like giant life-size Lego X-Wing, and then you played this simulation game where you blew up the Death Star in a trench run on the Sphere.
That's super cool, but
It
I
was
think
easily the
Sphere
coolest thing
Talk
I've
is
ever done.
only between 12 and 3.
Oh, well, listen. It happened today.
They've got the market on
Oh, that's
lockdown.
going to come back to
Wow.
get you, Bergie.
I'm just saying. None
Shots
of those
fired.
I mean, that's not a shot. It
have
is.
either
They talk
one of
about it
those
a lot.
guys have either one of those guys had their name on the Sphere? I don't think so.
What if I'm a sicko that likes to watch?
Well, luckily, this thing is still recording on here, so I can easily just mark it. And we got it open for today.
No, but it
Nice
was really
job,
cool.
Bergie.
That was a fun job. So, and thank my man Ardo who got me this R2D2 T-shirt. But yeah, I've been in Vegas for 5 days.
And Esther in
Way
the
too
YouTube
long.
chat says R2D2 is taller than you.
That's a weird bit.
Wow.
I don't know
There's
why.
literally a picture of me standing on stage with Arturito, as he's known in some communities.
But also, I don't think there's any bits about you being short.
Yeah, that's a weird bit. People are so obsessed with who I am, but that's okay. What'd you guys do for New Year's?
Well, wait, hey, Clinton, hold on. I just want to ask you real quick because
Yeah.
I have a couple friends that are up there for CES right now.
Oh, yeah, okay.
They told me they saw. This is amazing how they use the Sphere. You're talking about playing video games.
Right.
They saw Gwen Stefani one night.
Yeah.
and they saw the Wizard of Oz at the Sphere.
The Wizard of Oz is a
night.
huge deal at the Sphere. And what the deal is with that is that they have, because it obviously wasn't filmed in some sort of 3D circular situation, they have to fill out the background parts of the Wizard of Oz with AI. And that's apparently like the big deal, is that you're seeing new things, because they kind of have to make up the rest of the backgrounds in order to make it consistent with the rest of the movie. And they do that deal where they have all sorts of like props and stuff. So when the wind blows, it shakes, and when such and such happens, things fall from the sky and all
4D?
that. And people, it's 4D, exactly. And people do what's known as bounding. I don't know, are you familiar with Disney bounding?
No. What is bounding?
Sounds dirty.
Disney bounding, because you're not allowed to wear actual costumes at Disney, people will dress in the style of the character they are trying to represent. And that's a big thing, apparently, at the Sphere, the Wizard of Oz. So if you go and stand online, you will see people in all kinds of outfits representing what character from the movie they are trying to be. It's actually pretty cool. People get really creative with it. It was fun.
All right,
It was
right
a good
on.
time. Yeah,
Right on.
Good time.
Well, we around here, Clinton, the Big CY, we took a 2-week mental break.
Yeah.
Around here, and I got to say, today's Friday. It's the end of our first week, and I'm still holding it together. I'm usually a stressed out spaz,
right?
But over the course of the 2 weeks, I calmed down so much that I've committed myself. This is no New Year's resolution. This is like an attempt at a lifestyle change to de-stress and to de-spaz. And earlier this week, Chris did a good job of almost getting me to lose it. You know what I mean? Like, I almost came back to that side of spastic, nonsense. But I held it together because I said, no, you can't do it this early into the new year. So it was the day, Chris, I want to say that we were talking about what we're doing on Monday. Clinton, do you know what we're doing on Monday night?
I do not know. Morass, I just sent you a picture. Check that real quick. What are you doing on Monday night?
Monday night, it's ESPN LA night at the Kings. You're talking about the Kraken. We're talking about the Kings. ESPN LA.
Picture. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we're doing Kings night, and Sam's going to come in and talk about it. But
Samboni.
Samboni.
Yep. Okay.
But before, Cappy's talking about like meltdowns and taking mental breaks and stuff. Tell him, Christopher, this would be the perfect time.
Oh, yeah.
We've got a new bit that we're working up.
Okay. So Lindsay gave me the book for, I believe, my birthday, but I wasn't able to read it until the holiday break. Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. Because as we know, I've been known to blow up a ton.
And it's all small stuff.
And part of her Christmas gift was the Don't Sweat the Small Stuff daily calendar. So every day we read this now.
All
so
right.
Today is Friday, January 9th, 2026. Don't sweat the small stuff. Relax. It says relaxed people can still be super achievers. In fact, relaxation and creativity go hand in hand.
That's good.
That's a good one.
What song is this?
The Highway to Heaven theme.
Oh,
because
yes.
if Cappy keeps up this nonsense,
Yes.
I'm going to hit him with a hockey stick
Highway
and he's going to heaven.
is crazy work.
Oh, isn't it? Michael Landon's hair is incredible.
Right. I was like, this is a TV show from the 80s. I mean, that's obviously your wheelhouse, but like that to me is what makes this bit.
Oh, yeah.
Is the Highway to Heaven song.
Oh, yeah.
Bed, if you will. That's fantastic.
And if Morales doesn't keep it together and he starts sweating the small stuff, once and for all, I'm going to have Marty McSorley walk into that studio,
I'm so tired
grab
of the
his
Marty
jacket,
Sorley
go over his
I thought
head,
we left
and
that
hit
in
him with
2025.
uppercuts.
No,
We
Luke
did.
Robitaille.
No, we
Luke
didn't.
Robitaille brought it back, and then it was like, oh, Marty can't make it, actually. He's going to be in town, out of town, buying a new cell phone at Walmart or something. I don't know.
What?
You can get cell phones at Walmart.
By the way, here's what happened. So real
When was
quick,
the last
Hold on.
time
Who
you
the-
guys
who do
were
the
all
Kings
on a
play on
Walmart?
Monday?
the Dallas Stars.
Okay.
So
All
we've got Mason singing the national anthem, although that's sketchy now because Mason blew out his throat.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Whoa, easy.
Yeah, he's missed all week. As Dr. Clapper says.
Hey.
Dr. Clapper says you don't have a bone in your throat. It's hard to diagnose. So he's had to go to Joe Sugarman. He came back yesterday, but now he's on vocal rest till Monday.
All right.
And singing the national anthem could be sketchy.
Okay.
But Cappy is going to be scraping the ice because we know Cappy likes to scrape with the
bit.
ice scraping crew for the whole game.
How is your what are you wearing to
Every period, every scrape, Cappy's out there with the ice crew.
Are they going to give you pads? I'm being serious.
I asked first and foremost for a helmet, number
Well,
one.
helmet is okay. Helmet's not required, but I meant like for your knees.
Well, so Big CY, I think Chris and I on Monday are going over to Crypto.com Arena around like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Does that
Why
sound
am I
right, Chris?
part of this?
What?
Yeah, you have to come with me.
I will come with you anytime.
Thank you. So Chrissy and I are going to go over to the arena at about 1 o'clock on Monday. And I think I'm going to get some instructions, and I think I'm going to get some uniforms.
Yes.
I'm going to get some CCMs. Like, I need some new skates.
And then
Okay.
DeMarco Farr is going to be riding the Zamboni at some
Wow.
point.
That's a
waving
whole
to
deal.
everybody. So
Waving.
it's a whole thing. Kings night. at the ESPN LA night at the Kings game at Crypto.com Arena on Monday. And I believe some of our teammates are going to join in all the fun for Holiday. So it's going to be fun. But here's the thing. We ran the Sedano and Kap holiday special over the break. 2 weeks of just the best of moments of 2025.
Lindsay told me. She told me when, she included a couple things.
Yeah, you're featured very nicely in a lot of it.
Thank you.
But also over the break, Cappy discovered that there is indeed a Walmart next to his house. He, as he calls himself, a coastal elite, which I knew you'd enjoy that.
That's fun.
But he found something else out at Walmart, and I just want to have your raw reaction to this.
I was able to buy a sex toy in a Walmart.
Oh, okay. Well, my question for you is this. How did you come across this? Did you find it? Did you ask for it? And what was it next to in the aisles?
So, somebody, I don't remember how I found this out because you got to understand.
Do. Don't lie.
No, Clinton, here's the thing. So, first of all, I didn't know there was a Walmart nearby my house.
Okay.
I knew I go to Target or I go to Costco. But what happened was, Clinton, over the holidays, we took 340 kids to 2 different Costcos.
Yeah, you've mentioned that. You do that charity deal.
Right.
Yeah.
So we take these kids, we take them to these 2 different Walmarts. We give them each a $100 gift card. We raised $34,000 this year. We give each kid a $100 gift card, and we set them free inside the Walmart, right? Get whatever you want, kids. So I am there shopping with the kids at the Walmart, and I'm walking around this place, and it's just so gigantic, and they got everything. And I went from like baby food over here to fishing poles over here to cell phones and computers and electronics over here and then grocery store. And I'm just like, this freaking Walmart is the greatest place on the planet. Well, I decided to Google like Walmart close to me. And I'm like, oh my God, there's a Walmart right here. I didn't even realize there was one. So I went to the Walmart because somebody, I don't remember who, said that they had bought some sort of an adult toy in the Walmart.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get an adult toy for a gift for my mom, you know?
No, I don't know. What is that about?
Well, Chris and everybody made an assumption that I bought the adult toy for my lady friend.
Okay. But
I
instead
never
you bought
said
it
that.
for your mom?
Well, that's now sort of
weird, Kathy. What's wrong with you?
Are you familiar with Oedipal complexes? You understand that?
No, I don't have any
By the
idea.
way, is your mom on Facebook? Can I add her as a friend too?
We don't need to get into what an Oedipus complex is, but go on.
No, so I wind up going to this Walmart, and I walk into I'm trying to figure out where would this possibly be? I don't want to ask anybody. I just say I'm wondering where could this possibly be. So I go into the personal hygiene section and so on, and then there are certain things that you can buy in a CVS like prophylactics.
What else is in the personal hygiene section?
There's all kinds of stuff, man. I mean, there's deodorant, there's lotions, there's all kinds of things.
Creams, yeah.
So I find what I'm looking for. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe it. They actually really have it.
Brand name?
I don't know the brand name.
Okay.
But I'm like, wow, they've got it. But of course, it's behind glass.
Wait,
now,
hold on. Does CY have a favorite brand since he wants to know the brand name?
I wouldn't say a favorite brand, but there are popular brands.
Oh, really?
Rose is a really popular
Which
brand.
brand do you? Oh, Rose. Okay.
Rose. I didn't know
Curious.
Rose.
Wait a minute, I was typing something. What are we talking about?
Nothing. Well, you can listen back in the playback.
Yeah, go back and play it later.
So you had
Clint,
to ask is what you're saying.
So, Clint, you got to understand something. When Chris and I walked down to the Target in downtown L.A., just a few blocks up from the radio station.
Yeah.
It's a mile, just so we're clear.
On Fifth.
Everything is behind glass in that Target.
Every single thing.
Even deodorant,
it's a disaster.
chapstick.
Yeah. I never go there for that exact reason.
But listen, it becomes useful at times. But there have been some very violent crimes
That's
in that
true.
Target.
There's been some pretty wild incidents.
And let me tell you something.
You know that now they have an app where you can use the app to unlock the glass?
No, I
I
don't do
didn't know
that
that.
anymore.
No way.
What I do is I order ahead.
Yeah.
So that you just go to the
That's
stand
good.
and
pick up your order.
That's
Smart.
Yeah,
Very smart.
It was really
Efficient
smart.
shopping.
And it expedited our process a lot. But the guys at Target, there are armed guards at the Target in downtown LA. When I say armed, I'm not saying that they're packing a piece. I'm saying these guys are ready for war. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, they got tactical gear on.
Right. So the Walmart in my neighborhood, of course, is Mr. Friendly. Everybody's happy. There's no problems here, right? So I just was surprised that this would be behind the glass. So now I got to push the button, and I got to have a Walmart representative come to the personal hygiene section, and I got to ask this young lady.
What did you say?
I said, you see that thing right there? She goes, yeah.
You couldn't even say it out loud?
Hot pink. It is hot pink. I said, you see that thing right there? She goes, yeah. I go, can I get one of those? And she goes, yeah, sure. So she opens it up. She gives it to me. And there's no conversation between she and I. She's
Well,
not
why
even
would there
snickering
be?
at me. She's not laughing at me. She's not giving me like a look of any kind. She just hands it to me. I'm like, okay, this seems like maybe I'm not the first person to buy this here. Then, Clinton, I walked around that Walmart practically holding this thing up in my hand. Like, is anybody going to say anything to me? Because I'm the guy that if I saw somebody walking around a Walmart with the same thing that I was carrying, I'd be like, yo, man, looks like you about to have a good Christmas. I say something.
Well, I mean, not to ask the obvious question here, but how big was it?
Well, that's not going to be a drop for us.
It was slow. It was clean.
It
well
was.
done.
It was beautiful.
Just saying,
I think that's TMI.
That's a critical question. Because, I mean, like, how would you otherwise know what it was unless it was,
No, it's clear. Like, I've seen those boxes.
It's clear. You know it's
Oh,
clear.
is that
Okay.
right, George?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I was
it's
not,
like
I was
it's
not
right
familiar
there
with your
on the front of the
familiarity.
box. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, because I lived near Walmart and I've seen those same things.
Don't pretend you don't have some at home.
Yeah, you bought one at Walmart, too.
So you were really nervous about buying a toy at Walmart to the point that you, like, couldn't even say the word out loud?
Well, it's not a Lightning McQueen car. Yeah. He's got something else.
Not nervous, proud. I was proud. I didn't care.
I'm still caught up on the mom part of this. Like, that is still a little weird.
That's fascinating.
Very
well,
weird
can I
and
ask a
fascinating.
follow-up question?
Yeah.
Because I'm just curious because I got a new nose trimmer that is now USB-C powered. Like everything out there, no longer battery.
Right.
So is it battery powered or is it also now, have they upgraded to USB-C for those as well?
It
you
is
just
also
charge it up?
USB-C. Yeah,
you just charge it up. So you can charge your Apple Watch, your phone,
everything.
your Whoop, and then the toy.
You know when you plug in a phone sometimes and it says, "Did you trust this computer?" When it's like trying to transfer the stuff. That's great. Oh man.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it wasn't really for my mom, but I didn't want to say who it was for.
Okay. Well, I was going to say, look up Oedipus complex, and you'll understand why that's an important question. Other than that, I got to go. Samboni's here. Y'all should talk
Where
about
are you
how.
going?
Yeah, you don't have to leave.
I mean, okay. I was going to go get a drink.
Cap, I was going to say,
you and Samboni can make a beautiful thing.
That's fair. What's up, man? How you been?
Cap, I was going to tell you this was a great time for me to have my dad listening in,
Oh, dear.
Well, hey, now
he sent me that emoji where it looks like you're going to barf. It's like, or it's not, it's like, ooh.
Better than other emojis.
That's
So,
true.
Sam,
That is true.
Sam,
But
I
at
was
least-
just telling them that I went to a hockey game in Seattle. I went to see the Kraken play. Have you been to that barn?
So I love that you said this, CY. And by the way, it is Clear Glasses
Yeah,
Friday.
it is.
Yes,
Clearly,
yes,
right?
yes.
That's
This
what's
is
going
nice.
on
Right.
today.
Once I saw the big CY had his.
We texted before.
Exactly. So we got to get Bergman some clear ones, right?
These are pretty clear.
Yeah, they are.
Let me
They're
see,
pretty good.
Bergman.
The top here, hold on. It's the bottom
see.
is clear, the top is not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
we
once
gotta
I
do
saw the big CY wearing his clear glasses, I
We
put
knew.
my clear glasses
Oh,
on.
is that right?
Cappy,
Okay.
I like that. I like Clear Glasses Friday. So the Kraken, it's interesting. I sent this on our chain, actually, on the hockey chain that we've got going for this morning. And do you know what the Kraken, you saw it, what the Kraken do after the game? I don't know if you stuck around for the end
I
of the
stuck
game.
around for 3 stars.
Okay, so if you did, so did you notice
They
that with
throw
three
fish
sta-
in the crowd. Yes.
They throw a fish.
It's
now,
cool.
Now, when you saw them throw a fish in the crowd in Seattle, did you think, all right, like interesting and cool in the moment, but what the hell is someone doing with that?
Well, they're not real.
Okay, so you knew it.
Yes.
You knew it wasn't
No,
real.
of
Did
course
you
not.
know? Okay, did you know that going in? Did you know it upon seeing it?
Okay. Upon seeing it, I was unclear, but when I think who was it? I think it was the goalie. I think it was Grooves, Phil
Yes.
Grubauer.
Yeah, Grubauer.
He was winging it around like a helicopter on his head before he even got out. So I was like, oh, okay. Those are definitely not real.
Yes.
There's no way. And he flung it into the crowd. What I was going to say is that what I thought in that moment is this should be more of a thing.
Yes.
There should be real ones thrown on the ice. They throw the squid in Detroit. They throw the catfish in Nashville.
Correct.
They should be throwing halibut or whatever on the ice in Seattle.
So you like that it goes essentially, and this has nothing to do with Walmart, but you like that it goes both ways, essentially. That the fans throwing things on the ice is one part, but now you got the players throwing things into the crowd.
Well, yeah, because I'm fascinated by how these people get these things into arenas. Can you imagine a whole catfish on the schwanz?
No,
That's
no.
a disaster.
No, that's
Oh,
forget
wow.
about it. No, that's absolutely, I mean, really, frankly, unnecessary. But the fact that they have these plush fish that they're putting into the crowd,
Yeah.
should we get eventually, and I bet they'll have this, whether the crackheads come up with it or whoever, they'll probably have a plush fish gun at some point that they're shooting, like T-shirt gun.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
I think the part of the draw is that they throw them because people will hang around to wait to catch them.
Yes.
And so there's a small class of people who all have them. And that's had I known,
and they're signed, I believe.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
what I was going to
yeah.
say. Had I known that was going to be a thing, I would have gone around to that side to try to get one. Otherwise, I didn't though.
It's worth it. Well, I'm glad you went.
It was a
and,
great
and now
spot.
I want to go. So I've not been to that stadium. I've been to a lot. I've been in Vancouver. Not that that's Seattle, but obviously
Right.
that's Canada's adjacent. that is gorgeous. Obviously, any of the Canadian cities have ridiculous.
That's next on my list to go.
You haven't done
to Pacific Northwest. No,
Oh,
I've not been to Vancouver.
You got to ride a bike
Been
and
to Portland, been to
Andrews
Seattle.
Park. Yeah,
all
you
that.
got to do that for sure.
No, it was fun. I encourage anybody that's in Seattle to go to a Kraken game. Great time.
I went under a previous administration, not my current wife.
Sure.
Yeah. So yeah, I went to I went to
A previous administration, huh?
That is
really?
a quality way to put that.
Samboni,
Yes.
let me tell you something. There's a lot of things you can get for your wife at Walmart. I'll tell you that right now.
Jeez. Wow.
So speaking of this, and I know we have a lot of hockey talk because, by the way, I'm going to ask you, you're going to HBC, hopefully.
Yeah,
to join us for
I'll
the
be
game.
there.
Monday, the 12th, the hockey game, there's a lot going on. I'd love to have you there. But regarding Walmart, Chris, you know my Uncle David.
Yes.
And he's made himself a lot of money, very successful man.
So he's made a lot of money, Cap. He's selling those items.
Is that right? But by the way, his fiance is the #1 distributor, Cal Exotics, the number one distributor.
You shouldn't have said this
in
simply
the
because
world.
let me tell you who's going to.
In the world.
Exactly.
Cal Exotics.
Cappy's going to want hookups.
Cal
I'm
Exotics.
looking right now.
Yeah, that is they are #1. She has a palace in Chino Hills that Chris has been to.
Yeah.
She is the queen of this.
I
Yes.
looked it up and I'm on a
So this would
company
qualify
computer.
as the current administration.
This
for
is
him.
correct.
Okay.
Current for him, not the former administration.
Fergie, I'm on a company computer. I can't look it up.
But yes, you won't need Walmart in the future. We'll talk to Uncle David, Chris, and see. I've actually spoken to them about potentially being a part of this.
Yeah, let me know as well.
I will.
You can put me on that group
Oh
chat.
my.
As they say.
Oh my God.
Just
Yeah.
saying.
Wow.
How big do you want it? Huh?
And we will not throw that into the crowd in Seattle.
No,
Not at all.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's
By the
all-
way, Samboni.
Cappy wants the life-size version.
Yeah. Hey, Samboni,
Yes.
let Uncle David know that I was able to purchase one of his girlfriend's products.
Nice, yes.
And now I have a request for an entire box. I want them all.
Okay, good. Yeah, and by the way, not girlfriend, fiance. He's upgraded.
Yeah, I was gonna
that's-
say,
the
that's-
fiance.
Oh
So-
my God, I gotta have this right here.
There's a ring
I gotta
on
have
that.
this piece right here.
Okay, that's good. That's
Oh,
good.
Chris, by the way, one of these pieces you're gonna want too.
Can we talk about something else?
So yes, Lindsay, thank you.
I was hoping somebody
ahead.
would stop this madness.
Oh, I have a question for Lindsay.
I blame
Lindsay,
Samboni.
Lindsay and I have been speaking about going and getting her to a game at some point. Lindsay, I don't know, have you been to a Kings game yet this season?
No, I have not.
Okay, I don't know. We've been talking about it really since
They play the Blue Jackets anytime soon?
CBJ.
Yeah.
They will. In fact, no, I think the Blue Jackets already have came and come and
boo.
gone. Yeah.
Are you like a Blue Jackets fan, or is
No,
that
but
just some
I just,
Ohio referencing?
You know, it's just
yeah.
I kind of like root for them because, you know, if they make the
Yeah,
playoffs,
Ohio,
I'll
I
be
get
like,
it.
woo, yeah.
That's good. That's a
Blue
good bet.
Come on
Yeah.
Monday.
Yeah, you really should. But are you going to be there on Monday?
No, I like weekday games. I can't really do that.
Okay,
you know?
it's a Monday. It's a late Monday night.
I go to bed.
understand
I
it.
go to bed before
You can
like
stay at the home away from home.
what
That's
do they?
what I do.
Yeah, but I go to bed before like the game. Even what do they call the puck drops?
Yes.
You know.
Yes. And ahead of the game, actually, the best part of the game, I would say, and I don't know if you were early to the Seattle game, Clinton, but
Yeah.
the best part of the game is 30 minutes before when both teams come out and they warm up.
Yeah.
A lot of players don't
I
have
was
the
there all
helmets
day.
on.
I was
yeah.
writing a feature about the radio guys, so
That's
I was
great.
there
Okay,
all
very
day.
cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Wait, I do have a question for you
Yes.
in regards to this. So the other day I saw this video of a hockey fight, and I've only been to maybe like a handful of hockey games my whole life. And they literally took all their gloves off and like stopped in front of the referee, and they're like squaring up with each other. And I was like, wait, this is really a thing? They allow them to do this?
They can't intercede
You have to take your
until
gloves
they
off.
get to the ground.
Wait a second. This is news to you?
I knew that they fought, but I thought it was like in the context of the game. I didn't realize they like stop everything and everyone goes
Yeah.
away.
Well,
Yeah, right.
And they do.
If-
I had no idea.
It's
If I
dangerous for the
may,
refs,
This is
yeah.
part of the reason why a lot of people, newer hockey fans, want this out of the game because they consider it a waste of time.
Yes.
That's
Oh,
no,
really
you see-
literally
and there-
what it is.
and there
it's
are
like
fewer
really we're
players.
stopping the game for this
Correct.
crap.
And
I
there
had
are
no
fewer-
idea that it was like a real thing.
There are fewer and fewer roster spots now for guys who just are goons or
Right.
fighters. That's no, you got to be able to score. The
But-
guy, yeah, the mallet
but,
for the Kings, Jeff Malott.
Meaning there's less spots for Marty McSorley types.
Yeah.
Oh,
Y-
wow.
You're right, Chris. You
Why,
are
was
right
he a
about that.
goon?
Yes,
Yeah, he
Marty
was- he
was
was
a protector.
100%.
He had a crooked stick.
Right.
He did in the Stanley Cup final. He had a crooked stick, and he
Does he
also
have all his teeth still?
no,
Probably not.
Marty, probably not. But
Unlikely.
Lindsay, yes, what they do is they allow this because they
Got a
don't want
flip
players
phone.
hitting each other with their sticks.
It-
They,
Yeah,
that's
but
more dangerous.
It's like
Samboni.
Mortal Kombat when they're like sitting there like this.
And they do.
like-
They circle around and they're waiting, right?
I
They're
couldn't
waiting for a
believe it.
moment. And there's a
The
lot.
lens.
You would imagine there's a lot of hitting the helmet and the visor. By the way,
Mhm.
their
Yeah,
hands
it's-
get
it's stupid.
destroyed.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
But you guys, but listen, let me tell you guys, when I was a huge hockey fan as a kid, so you're talking like the 80s, these were the days where not only would they drop the gloves, everybody from the bench, you'd have 40 guys on the
Yes.
ice. Backup goalkeepers would come off the bench and they'd look for each other. Goalie would leave one crease to come from the other crease, and at mid-ice they would meet because it
Very
was
famously.
their responsibility.
Yes. Yes.
Everybody was expected to fight.
Linz, if you're into, I know you're into documentaries, and You might want to look up the story of a guy named Derek Bogard, known as the Boogeyman.
Yes.
He was a kid that was basically only a fighter up until, he was so far strung out on drugs as well as the painkillers and stuff that he ended up meeting an untimely demise. And, to me, he's kind of the point where this all changed, where it was like, oh, right, we probably shouldn't be doing this because people are getting their brains beat into the point that they can't even stay sane. And, that guy's story is sort of when everything turned in the hockey world, I think, from a fighting
What's his name again?
Derek Bogard, Boogaard.
And to Clinton's
you want to know
point,
something, though? Just real quick, you want to know something, though? Is that people love hockey fights so much that there's now one of these, hockey fight leagues where they take two guys, they put them in hockey uniforms, they have a very small circular rink, and these guys get out there and they beat the hell out of each other. And people pay to go see that. No joke.
All right, 9:41, the Prize Picks Power Hour of the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Cappy, we got to do, I know we've had 41 minutes of glory. We got to do some business here. Let's talk about our friends at Prize Picks. And what I want you to do here, since there's no Sedano, is weave in your Prize Picks pick of the day as well.
Okay, I told everybody this earlier, and it's important for me to let everybody know that my Prize Picks have been so bad that I can't even give you my picks anymore because for the last 2 weeks or so, they've just been awful. So do not play my picks. However, I am going to give you a couple of picks today that are not mine, meaning I've played them, but they come from a professional handicapper, and here's what he told me to do. There is essentially a free square. That's what we used to call it. Now it's called a max discount. You can get Caleb Williams this weekend for the Chicago Bears to pass for more than half a yard. So now you're halfway home, okay? Caleb's going to pass for more than half a yard. I put Caleb Williams together with Trevor Lawrence to pass for more than 237.5 passing yards. And the reason is because Buffalo's defense on an injury scale ranks at about a 72%. So Buffalo's defense is pretty banged up, and I expect Trevor Lawrence to pass for more than 237.5 passing yards. I put it together with Caleb Williams on the max discount. That's my first play. I do have a second play for you. I'm trying to pull it up here in 1 second. I have a second play because I really want to win this weekend, and here it goes. I've got Matthew Stafford, and here's why. Because I think the Rams are going to win this game. I think they're going to win it convincingly, and I don't think Matthew Stafford is going to have a huge passing game. I'm playing Stafford for less than 269.5 passing yards, and I'm taking Saquon Barkley to have a breakout game against an injured San Francisco defense for more than 79.5 rushing yards. Stafford, less than 269.5. Saquon Barkley, more than 79.5. Those are my prize picks, but remember, they're not mine. They're from a professional handicapper, so I've been ice cold, so I had to go get some help. Make sure you download the Prize Picks app. Use the code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. Make your first $5 lineup, get $50 in lineups. Make sure that you are thinking about an early payout, because if all of a sudden they offer you, you're going to win $60, but you can cash out right now for $52. Don't get greedy. Take the money. Think about an early payout on Prize Picks, where it is so good to be right. Although I wouldn't know lately.
Thank you, Cappy 943, the Prize Picks Power Hour. Thanks to our friends at Prize Picks. Meanwhile, Sam Batesh Samboni, our ESPN LA Kings insider, Quentin Yates, the big CY.
Can I just say something there, a little show behind the show action there?
Please.
I can tell that obviously Cappy was getting a little distracted during those reads because during that read that time, they turned our mics off just so that he could get through without a problem. That's the kind of radio
Clinton,
business stuff I genuinely enjoy. Just so we're clear.
Clinton, I opened up the Prize Picks app, okay?
Yeah.
And it took a little bit of time for it to open for me.
Okay.
And then I gave my first two picks, and then I couldn't find my other two picks.
I'm saying I've been here when you have gotten off course on the Prize Picks read. That's why I pointed that out. It was so funny. Anyway, that's all.
I like that Italian Stallion is now picking for Cappy. That he's
not picking for Cappy. Cappy's now got somebody else picking, so that the Italian Stallion no longer gives him crap.
Is it Fat Jack?
It's Fat
No, it's not Fat Jack.
Oh, okay.
It's not Fat Jack.
I remember
not
that.
Fat Jack at all.
It's a great idea.
It's not Fat Jack. Hey, Samboni, do me this favor,
Yes.
because before we get to Monday and the Kings night that we're going to have with ESPN LA, and just by the way, does anybody have a contingency plan presuming that Mason's voice cannot do the national anthem?
This has me scared. I will admit that I on the first day of being back in here on January 5th, I was not worried. And Bergman handled this week, really, there was a lot for Bergman to juggle this week. I mean, the first week back, to have Mace just sick right out of the gate.
Yeah,
Bergman
not a
did
good
a nice job stitching everything together. I was concerned, especially when Chris famously sent Mason home. That was Tuesday, right ahead of the Luke Robitaille conversation, by the way. And then Chris took that over with the McSorley talk. But I am genuinely concerned, and it goes one of two ways. Am I worried that Mason's voice has been less than 100%, or am I excited that Mason is resting and has been allowed to rest his voice in preparation for Monday? That maybe it's so much on his mind that he's thinking, I need to make sure Monday goes well.
I think there's a third option we should all be rooting for here.
Yes.
Which is that it goes horribly and it's caught on video and it goes viral. That's potentially in the cards. I mean, we've seen some bad anthems go viral, and that I think would be the greatest outcome for us all, including Mace.
I'm going to bring in the expert on this, Cappy. Bergman, this is an amazing opportunity for Mason, right? I mean, is this as big as it's been for him as far as national anthem goes?
So he has done the Kings before.
Okay.
He's done it before. So it's something he's done. But Cappy, you have sang the national anthem with him at All-Star Fridays. That's a thing that you do. Would you fill in for Mason if they will allow that and scrape the ice at the same time?
Oh, did we lose Cappy?
No, Cappy.
Wow, we lost Cappy at the worst moment.
Okay, that's okay. We're going to bring him back for that.
Drops out.
I will say this, and we can talk about it
He's
before
back
he
now.
gets.
No,
Okay,
he's back.
Well,
He took a hit
okay,
there
so
for a
let's
second.
ask that again. Let's tee that up again.
Could I trade a period of scraping?
No, not trade. No.
He was gonna do
You
it.
got to do both.
I knew.
Can you sing on your skates or not?
Yeah.
That's a long day for you, Cappy.
Can you fill in for Mason? Be a good teammate and fill in for Mason. Sing the national anthem. You've sang it together before, but then you can also do it while you're skating around.
Of course, he wants to trade.
I can't believe I'm about to say this. I would do it.
Okay.
I would do it. And I'll tell you something
Well,
right
guess
now.
what? You're singing the national anthem on Monday.
This is good.
So you know how most people have a fear of public speaking? I don't have the fear of public speaking, but the notion of singing the national anthem, a very hard song to sing, the notion of singing the national anthem at a game where there's 18,000 people, oy vey, man.
Take a
I
crack
mean,
at
it's
it
one
right
thing
now,
at
Cappy.
All-Star Friday night.
Take a crack at it right now
Wait,
with us
say
on
again,
the air.
Linz?
Like, do the first line.
Oof, it's not a great song. It's not a
horrible
great listen.
song.
It's
It's
not
a
a great
bad
listen.
anthem.
It really
Yeah.
is not. It's not a great listen. And when O Canada's in the building, you always realize that's a better song.
Sidebar, I realize why I can't come on Monday night.
Okay.
It's because Tuesday will be my first
Why?
day as a professor at LMU. So
Well, congratulations on that. But you're coming tomorrow,
Hey.
right?
Yeah, tomorrow is different.
All
Yeah,
right.
Monday
Wait,
night,
that's
Monday
Cappy.
night I got to be packed.
That's all right. All right, so Monday night.
Hold on,
So Cappy,
Hold on. Call you
Cappy,
professor?
Cappy. Drop, come back.
Yeah.
there you go. All right. Let's
Meanwhile,
set up,
while
let's
he
set up
does that-
Monday if you
yeah,
want.
set that
Chris.
up, please.
A lot of radio mechanics today.
Yeah, it is. All right. So on Monday, the rundown, if you will, and the social team did a great job. Parker and Carlo and everybody, Reese, put together a great graphic that we have to show what's going on. You've got Mason singing the national anthem.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Cappy scraping the ice for all of the periods, by the way. And
We'll see how long that
exactly.
lasts.
And then we've got DeMarco on the Zamboni. There's also another, and thanks to Reese and Carlo for putting this together, I will be banging the Go Kings Go drum.
Really?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, so I'll be up there as well. This is fantastic, Chris. I hope
But
it
you're like
makes it.
120 pounds. Is the drum going to beat you back down?
Will you be able to pick up the actual drumsticks?
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you, Bergman. Maybe I'll bring Levi, my 4-year-old, with me to help out.
Yeah,
But yes, I
yeah.
will be banging the Go Kings Go drum. That's either ahead of the first period or the third period. We're going to work that out. But that is happening. Now, Chris, I hope this makes it into the Saturday special.
Okay.
The greatest 5 minutes of this show, I will argue, was Chris melting down on Wednesday talking about Kings Night when Cappy was trying to maneuver whether he was only going to scrape for one period versus three. Because the Kings have graciously allowed him to be a part of the scraping team for the entire game.
That's a long time.
It's a lot.
That's
It's
a lot of skating is what it is.
It is, but Cappy didn't want to do it. Cappy was essentially saying, I like it, I just don't know that I like it all game. And he's concerned. And Chris really melted
We
down
will
on the
play
entire
that
thing.
tomorrow then in part of the Saturday special, which you'll hear 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on ESPN LA.
Yeah, it was really great. In fact, the photo that Chris has on his Instagram right now is from that. Chris is
Okay.
laughing so he's just, you could tell Chris in that moment loves nothing
Cap, why
more.
were you so afraid to do the whole game?
He is not
I
back
think he's
yet.
just,
Oh,
I think
he's
he's
not back.
concerned.
No.
With, yeah,
He
with
had
all
to
of
jump in the hot tub.
it. That's all right. So one other thing, before Monday, I just want to set this up for
Welcome
everyone.
to the Clinton Yates and Sam Patesh Experience.
Zamboni show.
Morning radio.
Ahead of Monday, one thing to keep an eye on, the Kings play the Oilers in Edmonton on Saturday.
Okay.
And not to spoil what's going to happen for us, but it's almost considered a curse word around the Kings to say Edmonton or the Oilers.
Yeah.
Because this is 4 years in a row. The Oilers ended their season in the first round.
It's true.
And this is their first crack at Edmonton. And on top of it, the best player in hockey right now, no surprise, Connor McDavid is running away. He is the points leader in the league. He also, over the course of December, in 14 games, He had 35 points. That's unheard of. It hasn't happened since Mario Lemieux in the 80s. Connor McDavid is so far and away better than everybody else in this league right now, and that's what the Kings are up against on Saturday off a back-to-back. They play Winnipeg tonight. But regardless, that's going to be a lot heading into Monday.
Well, you know what the biggest story in the hockey world is, Lindsay? Are you familiar with what's going on in the hockey world? Are you watching a certain television show? Are you watching this show?
So tell me about
it's
this. Is
so
great.
bad. It's so terrible.
Emily
and I said,
loves
listen,
it.
I said whoever came up with the idea for this show needs to lose their job.
Why? Well, we need a debate between you and Emily on this show.
I didn't watch it. It was filth.
See why I set it up? Because Allie, my wife, has said, "How are you not watching this show?"
Wait a minute, did you say it's filth?
Yeah, it's just so unrealistic, and it's just like
okay,
very
hold on,
icky.
hold on. This is where this becomes very interesting. What makes you think it's unrealistic?
I don't know. I just feel it. I don't know.
It actually happens.
This is where the real conversation
that's
is.
fine,
Heated
but
rivalry is about an out player and a non-out player and their relationship on and off the ice. And it is fascinating because if you've been around hockey, guys, I mean, the bottom line is there is a likelihood that this is as real as it could be as any other storyline around hockey, and I find that fascinating.
That's fine, but I will say that when I only watched the first episode, and I was like, this is not for me.
Wow,
I thought there
puritanical.
No, I just thought there was an awful lot of sex, which I don't really. I mean, there was a lot of sex for a TV show, you know, like for it not being like a porn. Like seriously, there was a lot, and I was just like, that's too much for me.
Cappy,
What is
just
the show?
please stay silent. Oh, you didn't say
I want to know
silent.
what the show is. I need it.
It's called Heated Rivalry.
What's it on?
HBO Max.
HBO, which should tell you how it rolls to begin with.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And Cappy,
Cappy will be watching it all weekend in Mammoth.
HBO also has a lot of great prestige television. I would not consider this that.
Okay.
All right. They're money laundering, right?
But Clinton, I'm glad you brought it up.
Probably. You're probably right.
I'm glad you brought it up, Clinton. And I imagine it makes a lot of the players probably uncomfortable right now that that's happening, that it's so popular. But it is a fascinating concept. And according to Paul Bissonnette, who does a lot of work on TNT, there's a lot of players messing around in the locker room with each other. You know, like after the game in the locker room.
Taps.
Yeah, there's a lot of players going at it. Yeah, so I would imagine this is fascinating.
Cappy turkey taps me at Essential.
Yeah, we knew that.
The way Chris's head popped up when I said that was absolutely hilarious. No, that show is fascinating. It's really interesting.
That's a great one. Well, Cappy, I'm excited for Monday and for what you're going to do. And I would say if you're able to scrape through 2 periods, that's probably going to be that's going to be pretty solid out of you. Yeah. And I'm excited to see everybody
I would
together.
also say you got to look for improvement period to period. That's why you've got to do it for more than one, because you don't just want to get out there and just accomplish it. You want to be able to set goals and achieve them.
It's true.
I agree.
And also, Cappy, did you see this week the Kings lost in overtime on Wednesday night? I termed the celebration. But Macklin's celebrating. He's 19 years old.
I can't believe it. 19-year-old
kid. He's 19 years old. He scored 3 points. He scored the game-tying goal and then assisted on the winning goal against the Kings. He's 3rd in scoring in the entire league. He would join only Crosby and Gretzky to be the only teenager ever to win the Hart Trophy if he wins MVP. And if the Sharks make it to the playoffs, he'll be the MVP.
Wow.
And right now, he is in that conversation without question. He's that good. I mean, he is special. And to be at the arena on Wednesday night, you know, you go to some games and you say, I'm here to see this guy. You want the guy to have 3 points, score the game-tying goal. You want him to make that kind of an impact. That's pretty exciting. And one other thing about the Eagles for this weekend.
Do you not hear the music?
Let's go. Yeah, we're out of here. All right, Monday night. We'll see everybody Monday night.
Hold on. We can talk about the Eagles in just a moment. Cappy, let's talk about the official personal injury attorney of the Sedano and Kap Morning Show, our friend Jacob Emrani.
Yeah, and it's Friday, and, you know, we have made it. We at the show and all of you guys, we've made it through the first week of 2026, and our favorite personal injury attorney, Jacob Emrani, is wishing you a first full weekend of fun, wealth, success, all the good things the new year can bring. But as you get ready to go out, and maybe you're going to hit the road, and you're going to take the kids to games, to parties, or maybe you're just going to relax, I want you to lock into one thing and just put this in your mind in 2026, because if something goes wrong, if you get hit on the freeway, if you slip and fall at the grocery store, if you get rear-ended at a red light, if you're hurt because someone else was careless, you are not alone. You have the law offices of Jacob Emrani, and they've been here for people like you and me since 1996. They're here for us in 2026, and they've got that brand-new phone number, and perhaps we could all do it together. It's 800-345-6789. Now, when you call Jacob, that first call is free. It's a consultation. It's a case evaluation. There's no pressure. There's no obligation. You tell them what happened. They listen. And their lawyers make sure that they can actually take your case before promising you anything. And always remember this. No fees unless you win, which means that Jacob Emrani takes the risk of fighting your case so you can focus on the important things like healing and getting your life back. The law offices of Jacob Emrani, the chosen legal partner of the Rams, and they show that same toughness and fight you see on the field. That's what Jacob brings when he stands up to the insurance companies for you. So when you go into the weekend and get ready to enjoy 2026, save the phone number under Call Jacob in your phone, 800-345-6789. That's 800-345-6789. Or go online to calljacob.com. Call Jacob. Since the 90s, he's been here to protect your future so you can enjoy the now. Thank you, Jacob.
Thank you, Cappy. Now, quickly, let's talk about the point about the Eagles Samboni wanted to make. And then I want to talk about something that Lindsay sent in our text thread about the Chargers. And real quickly. So, Samboni, go ahead.
So one thing. So for the Rams to host a game in the divisional round, all of the road teams need to win this weekend in the NFC, which is possible. I do want to say one thing about the Eagles. They are the number one team in the red zone this season, even though their offense has been much maligned and their offensive coordinator had his house egged. That's how much the people in Philadelphia
Quality
don't enjoy
break, by the way.
I will also say the tush push this season, if you've noticed, has actually been really not at all at the clip that it had been, and we will see an alternate of that this weekend. We will see them fake the tush push into a play that becomes a big deal.
You're not one of these guys
who
thinks they have a secret playbook that they're breaking out.
No. I do think they have a
Are you saying fake tush push?
Yes,
fake tush push.
Fake push that will result in a big gain in that game.
Okay. All right, thank you, Samboni. We'll look for that. Eagles-Niners, which we need the Niners so that we could potentially have a Rams home game, playoff home game. But Lindsay sent this in our group chat, and we'll get Cappy's thoughts on this quickly before we get out of here. Quote, the thread from a Kaplan and crew, that's the Cappy cast, tweet says, if Scott Kaplan apologizes for all his Charger hate, the San Diego Charger fan base will welcome him back with open arms.
About it. It will happen. I had this week, this guy had this video of me game this season, and they went 3-2 in the 5 games where I predicted they would go on 5. The video that the dude's apologizing to me because, and then all these people sent me all this hate. I'm like, I'm glad it didn't see any of the hate. And by the way,
I don't even know who you
ended up having him on. He was going to part, and they're all like, and losers.
An LT. I have a in the Rams where
because what Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Gregory Arthur Bergman.
Well, that could be the dealer's choice. Dealer's time for the Dealer's Choice Real Deal, brought to you by Sellers Advantage. Want to sell your house before you call an agent? Call Sellers Advantage. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs needed. They make selling easy. Call 888-390-AS-IS for a no-obligation offer. Or visit sellersadvantage.com, DRE 01961658, Cappy.
We're up against the clock, so since we were talking about the Patriots and the Chargers, here goes. Patriots 31, Chargers 17. Patriots win, Patriots cover, Jim Harbaugh goes home.
All right, thank you, everybody, for a great week back, our first week of 2026. We'll enjoy the weekend tomorrow. Tomorrow, HBC, CY, Clinton Yates will be there. Travis Rogers, Sua Cravens. Oh, Sua. Myself, all day long from 11:30 a.m. until the final moment of the postgame show. Watch the Rams game with us, our Rams Wildcard watch party. Go to ESPNLA.com to reserve your spot tomorrow. And then we will be back to recap it all Monday at 7 a.m. Everybody have a beautiful weekend.